Hello everyone, welcome to Gamersledge. I am your host Mark, and also your DM for the evening. In Act 1 of our story, we saw an eclectic menagerie of characters come together in the town of Oakhurst to investigate a strange fruit that had the power to harm or heal. Along the way, they learned that the noble merchant's children had teamed with two adventurers, a ranger and a paladin, to explore a sunless citadel buried deep in the earth a few miles away from the town. They had not been heard from in over a month. The party set out to the citadel, killed a baby dragon after it incinerated its former keeper, and helped restore a more peaceful goblin leader to rule the goblins also living in the citadel. They confronted Belak, the warped druid, and found the Galthias tree, the source of the healing fruit. Because it grew from where a vampire had been staked thousands of years ago, it was deemed necessary to be destroyed, and Caleb did so. The merchant's son Talgren had been murdered by the now deposed goblin leader, but the paladin Sir Bradford and Sharwyn, the noble merchant's daughter, were still living, but had been affected by the tree. The menagerie hurried the two back to Oakhurst, where the paladin urged the town's healer to use the only diamond large enough to cast greater restoration on Sharwyn. He assisted in casting the ritual, but as there were no more diamonds or other healing available or offered, Sir Bradford expired. The town had a service and then built a pyre not only for Sir Bradford, but for over 500 of the saplings that had been planted from the seeds of the healing fruit, now that the town knew they would become sentient and leave. But how many twig blights had been made over the last decade, wandering and possibly proliferating in the countryside? Carowyn, the merchant noble, had a service for Talgren. She thanked the menagerie with a hefty reward and a method to transport the two healing fruit they had recovered to their destinations much more quickly than they could by foot. And to do so, they needed to head to the town of Waterdeep. They arrived in just under a day's travel and found themselves at the Yawning Portal Inn, where they met Durnan.
Durnan, at your service.
And teleported the two apples with notes. As the group settled to a table to take in the wild collection of people gathered for merrymaking, a fight broke out between a group of men with some form of drake or snake tattooed on their necks and an ogre female. The party decided not to involve themselves in the fight as to not ire Durnan, the innkeeper and owner. No sooner than it was done, however, a large green creature ascended through the hole in the middle of the floor of the inn, and Durnan yelled out, "Troll!" as it snatched Zikusu. And that is where we pick up with our party for the evening. So first, let's have everyone introduce ourselves, going from the top left over to the right. Sean, we'll start with you.
Boys, I'm playing Mythalus Utavoldra, the noble elf, who's a arcane trickster and a mage.
Lou?
Hi, I'm Lou, playing Leonardo. I'm a human wizard.
Lexi, you're next.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Autumn Oak, and I'm playing a druid tree.
You got to speak into the mic. You have to speak into the mic.
We heard her.
Okay.
Okay.
It didn't sound like it on this side. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm Dan. I'm playing Zek, a Yanqi monk, open hand monk.
Matt, you're on mute.
Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be? I'm Matt. I am playing the Eric Cochran Ranger Quark, who's focusing on the archery style. Yeah.
I'm JR. I'm playing the Azamar Bard.
And last but not least, Eric.
I'm Eric, and I'm playing Caleb, the half-elf sorcerer.
All right. So theoretically, you should be able to see the map at the moment, which looks a little bit different than we've seen before. There's a lot going on here, and we'll tackle that in a second. But let's get everything started here. All right. So as The troll grabs Zakusu. You all kind of are watching on. You hear the familiar thump, 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 and out of the blue spark, Caleb, Leonardo, and Autumn appear.
Whew, definitely needed some backup for this one.
Oh, this is quite a new setting. What? Is Zach? Are we fighting?
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
I believe the troll. Yes, we must address the troll.
yes, there is a giant troll in front of you. It has bones of a adventurer's leg in its teeth. There are small flying creatures that have removed themselves from his body. Looks like many of them are filled with blood that it was drinking from the troll itself.
You're gonna have to catch me up later, and then I'm going.
We made it to Waterdeep.
Try to fly into the combat. Oh, good. Great. No, thank you.
So, what I'm going to have everybody do is everyone has already rolled initiative except for Caleb, Leonardo, and Autumn. So I'm going to have you guys do that now. So go ahead and roll initiative.
15.
Okay.
20.
Thank you. God, I gotta try and make sure I'm actually getting the right things here. Hold on. Autumn.
Caleb's going as fast as he can.
Yep. I cannot go any faster.
20, and then Leo. You said you got a 15?
Yep.
There you are, 15. Okay. Turn order is set. Zakusu, you are actually the first one to act.
You're on mute, bud. Try not to be on mute. I'm currently grappled. I was trying to look up the rules for that.
So grapple just means you can't go anywhere, really. You're not restrained, so you can still attack, etc. But if you want to get out of the grapple, then it is a...
How does a push work while grappled? If I had a spell that pushed him, for example.
Yeah, you would go with him unless you broke the grapple first.
How far are we away from the hole? The pit?
You're...
Because he climbed out and grabbed me.
It's 5-10 feet, probably. Because he's big. So, I mean, for him, 5 feet. For you, about 15 feet.
And the only way to break out is like dex, acrobatics, or strength athletics, right?
Correct.
I will make an attempt to break out.
Okay.
With a 15.
A 15 succeeds. So you manage to struggle out and twist your way out. No problem.
And I will spend a point to go into passive defense.
Okay.
Key point to go into passive defense.
All right.
And that will be me.
Okay. Itali. You are you are roughly probably like 15 feet from him.
Okay. Well, I want to cast command, but command only works if it understands my language, and I highly doubt this orc does.
It's a troll.
Yeah, troll does. So I don't want to enrage it more than it already is. So I'm going to go ahead and try to attack this whatever blood-sucking thing that's in front of me.
Okay, so the one that's directly in front of you, right here?
Yep, that's the one.
Perfect.
And I'm going to go ahead and shoot it with my hand crossbow. And I'm also going to try doing that cantrip clockwork bolt. That doesn't cost an action, does it?
I believe it's a bonus action. If you click on it, it will say.
Let's see. Clicking on it. As part of the action used to cast this spell, you make a ranged weapon attack with bow or crossbow.
Okay. So that is a full action, and you can do that, and that's it. So that's part of it, yeah.
Okay, then I will go ahead and do that at the one that's in front of me.
Okay.
So shooting with the hand crossbow.
11. Unfortunately, it's full of, you can tell it's full of blood, and it's flying kind of weirdly, and it's like doing one of those, I'm going up, oh no, I drop a little bit, I go up, oh, I drop, and right as it drops, your crossbow bolt goes right over it.
Does that mean it hit the troll?
No, you were shooting up into the sky.
Oh, okay.
Because these things are flying around it.
Oh, okay. Well, I tried.
Are you going to stay where you are? Or you want to move somewhere else?
You know, if I move back, don't they get attack of opportunity?
No, you're there. There's nothing next to anyone except for Zakusu and the troll.
Okay, then I will try to move back stealthily.
Okay.
Can I do that?
You don't have the option to take a stealth check as a bonus action, so you can try your best, but you don't feel very stealthy. It's in a lit room and all that good stuff.
Do I still roll for stealth or no?
No.
Oh,
unfortunately not.
All right, then yeah, I'll just move there and call it good.
So this Sturge, let's see here. This farthest one actually starts to sink into the hole and disappears. Caleb.
I have a question.
Absolutely.
Wind spell. Can I target the same creature with that spell?
I'm sorry, which spell?
The twin spell meta magic. It says I spend a sorcery point equal to the level of the spell to target another individual.
It has to be.
It has to be a separate.
It has to be another individual in that case.
Okay.
But you could do two Sturges or a troll and a Sturge or etc.
Right.
And while he's working on that, just FYI, most of the people have cleared out on this section. The people on the second floor have moved back away from the rail. And the people on the third floor are still looking over.
So all of these people, many of them looking like adventurers, none of them are moving to help.
That is correct.
Even the beholder's just going to stand there?
The beholder's not there anymore.
Oh.
What is the bartender doing?
Nothing, because it's not his turn yet.
What does it look like he's doing?
He looks like he's getting ready to do something.
Okay.
Not going to serve drinks, is it?
He just rolled lower than everyone else on the entire initiative chain.
Maybe the troll just wants his strawberry daiquiri. I mean, we don't know, right? I mean,
Okay, then that troll deserves the headache he's about to get.
Yep.
Go ahead, Eric.
All right. Witch bolt. And that's gonna friggin'
It does miss, unfortunately. You arc the electricity, and it just kind of goes wide.
Yep.
Move, stay where you are. It's kind of hard to tell. You're tucked into this alcove back here. That's where everyone was sitting, and that's where the spark was.
I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Autumn. You came out of the spark near the bar, actually. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these bloated sturges flying around the tops of your bow.
What happens if I do dire?
You can do that. You just turn into a dire wolf. You would turn into a dire wolf if you do dire wolf.
And will that do anything to anybody?
It won't hurt anybody, but then you'll have your bite attack as the dire wolf if that's what you choose to do.
Okay.
Is that what you like to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see Autumn shift down into the form of a dire wolf, kind of greenish hue to it. It is a large dire wolf. And then what are you going to? Are you going to try and jump up and chomp on one of the surges? Okay. You want to do the one closest to you?
Yes.
Okay. So there's that one. Okay, so go ahead and roll your dire wolf's attack.
So is that
I think it's on the dire wolf card for what its bite attack is.
I have it.
Okay, go ahead. Oh. Ack. Tiny print. Gotta pull out the glasses. Okay, so it's +5. Yeah, so roll your d20 +5.
Oh, so 10.
10. Okay, so you jump up into the air and you snap at it, but it kind of moves out of the way just at the last second, and you land on your haunches. Nothing wrong, but you didn't get it.
Okay.
Are you going to stay there, or
Can I move out of the way of these things?
they're kind of like all up above you, so you're not really in the way.
Okay, I'll stay there.
Okay. Let's see. This Sturge will move towards Zakusu and attack. Does a 10 hit you, Zakusu? I'm assuming not. No.
It does not, no.
Great. So it attempts to, if you remember that Star Trek episode with the pierogi that attach themselves to people, yeah, that's exactly what it tries to do. It tries to like attach itself to you, and you're able to easily sidestep out of the way. This Sturge goes for Methalus.
Just so I know for future reference, is it turning itself into a projectile?
Yes.
Noted.
Methalus, an 8 does not successfully hit you, correct?
No.
Okay. So again, you see it coming a mile away. They're kind of slow. Could be because they're probably
Already full.
Yep. This one over here just kind of floats down the hole, and you don't see it anymore. Leo.
Orc's got a higher dex than me. I think he would actually go first here.
Oh, yeah, you guys are on the same. That's right. Quark, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So first, I would go ahead, take a. Why is my map not scrolling? This is not good. Okay. Oh, nope. Roll 20 has died. That is my problem. All right. So, give me a second to reload here. But what I want to do is I want Quark to step out a couple of steps and then a couple flaps of his wings and end up on the balcony between 21 and 22.
Oh, okay, sure. You are there.
All right. Then as he lands, turn around, hunter's mark on the troll.
Alrighty.
And roll 20 should be up in 2 shakes so that I can actually unleash my attack. Character sheet and... Oh, there we go.
Bang.
That definitely hits.
Bangarang. All right. And plus 1d6 for Hunter's Mark. Am I right? I think it's a d6. Same one. Oop, that was the wrong button. Spells. Hunter's Mark.
Yep, 1d6.
1d6, yep. All right, so 6. So
Okay.
9. 9
9
piercing.
total. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll me a d6.
Copy.
So you hit it in the left arm, and your arrow sinks right in.
Sweet. Or as Quark would say, "Wah!"
Okay. Yeah. So. Okay. Perfect. And give me 1 second. I need to look at one thing really quickly. Okay. Okay, great. That's what I wanted to know. Great. Awesome. All right, great. Then next up is Leo.
Now, you said that the bottom floor has been generally vacated of onlookers. They've moved away from the combat zone, correct?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. If I were being scrupulous, would I be able to pick a point between these? We have 4 of the bugs left, or 5?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right now.
Okay. I get a black screen on roll 20, so I'm just working off of what we've got on the regular presentation.
Got it.
I'm going to try to aim for casting a sleep spell where I'm going to aim in the middle of those as much as is possible.
Okay.
I know that we're working with a 3D space, so it's hard for me to necessarily point out where I would like to aim, but one where I capture the most of them as is possible.
Okay.
Presuming that they're
which would probably be right on the troll.
Okay, fair enough, because they're originating from there.
Yeah. So it looks like that way you should hit all of them but one. Actually, no, you'd hit all of them. So, yep.
If we're going accurate to this, though, I should do here, right?
Is he going 63, 64, 65 in the troll?
Yeah, about you're actually about there. Is that because remember you got out of his grasp?
Yeah, but I'm not all the way over by the table. So.
That's correct. That's correct. But it won't count because it does the smallest things first for sleep. So it shouldn't matter. We'll see. But yes, he's going 64, 65, 66, etc.
5 is 12. And 7 is 19. And 4 is 23. 23 HP worth of sleep power.
Okay, so at 23, the one to the far left falls and kind of floats with Z's over its head down the hole and disappears.
Oh, that was the only one.
That's it.
Else falls asleep.
Nope.
So I got
Wow.
Those are a lot tougher than I thought they would have
I'm gonna say, well, that was a good effort. How?
Keep saying he wants to kill us. You none of you believe me.
it's a tough crowd.
Yeah, take a look at what they do with the blood train.
How far can I run away? Like, can I get upstairs? I guess is my question.
What's your movement speed?
30. Can I get onto a balcony? Is my goal.
Yeah, your head would be just peeking up over the floor of the balcony, so you won't make it all the way if you go now, but you'll get next turn you'll be able to easily.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to start moving towards the second floor then.
And my recommendation on Roll20 is to try refreshing it, see if it comes back up again, and if not, try zooming out. But you should be able to see the whole map because I think I have it all illuminated. All right, then that brings us to this pierogi, this Sturge, who the closest person is Caleb. So it will try and attack Caleb. Ooh, that does hit.
Yep.
So it flings itself at you, and you feel kind of needle-like teeth attach into you for 7 points of piercing damage. And that's its turn, and then it's the troll. The troll. The troll is going to use one of its claw attacks at Zakusu.
He gets disadvantage.
Thank you. Unfortunately, I think he still hits.
But it's not a crit though.
It is not a crit.
Yep.
So he slashes out with his claws and manages to catch the bottom part of your tail.
Done. Yep.
And next up is, which Sturge is that one? The Sturge in front of you attempts to attack you, Zakusu.
Also with disadvantage.
Thank you. I'm just going to roll twice and take the lower.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you're able to get out of the way, no problem. And Methelus.
The one directly in front of me. Is that one within 5 feet of Vitali?
Yes.
Okay. And the one that's right on Autumn Oak?
Actually, that one is within... Sorry. The one near Autumn is within 5 feet of her. The one to the south of you is not. It's up in the air, so...
Okay. Is that one to the south within 5 feet of the one that's closest to Autumn Oak Navorn?
Sure.
Okay. Green Flame Blade on the one that's on Autumn Oak.
Okay.
That's part of my attack anyway. With advantage. Short sword. I'm assuming a 19 hits.
That hits.
Looking at 6 plus. So 10. And then green flame to the one.
Oh,
directly south of
you know what? I'm a bad person.
What?
Hold on. We're going to back up a second. Leo, I'm sorry. I robbed you unintentionally because I was looking at their stat block rather than how much HP they actually have. So we're going to go back for a second here. Caleb, undo your 7 damage.
Okay.
It took a moment, and then all of the Sturges dropped to the floor, asleep.
Thought those guys were a touch on the sturdy side.
That's what I thought. I was like,
Well, they are actually on the sturdy side. I just forgot that they started lower HP than their actual max. So, yeah. So yes, Meathless, you're about to do that, and then you see them all drop to the floor.
that. Well, then it is short bow on the troll.
Okay.
I'm assuming he's within 5 feet of Zakusu, right?
He is. That is a hit.
6 plus 7 points.
Okay.
And hide as my bonus.
Okay.
I'm going to a second.
You're fairly sure that you've blended into the shadows back here. There's not a lot of places to hide, but maybe there's a chair. You're hiding behind the leg of the chair. You think you've done it well. You've done it well. Sleep. Finally, Durnan. Durnan grabs the sword from behind the bar that's mounted there in one hand, which that's a really long sword. He shouldn't be able to grab it in one hand, but he does. And he also reaches up and grabs the lantern that is hanging here, and throws it at the troll as he swings with his sword. Sorry, just reading. So he slashes into the troll and then immediately hits it with fire with the lantern, and it catches on fire. He says, "If anyone can grab another one, douse it and just throw the oil on it."
Well, speaking of oil,
Slash it. Zakusu, you're up. And Yatali, you're on deck.
Okay. Zakusu is going to stab at the troll with a spear. The 7 for 20.
A 20 hits.
For 7.
Okay.
And then I'm going to spend a key point to flurry of blows.
Is that piercing or slashing?
Piercing.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Then a key point to Flurry of Blows. First Flurry of Blows attack. A 16.
16, leave
AC.
just hits. Yep, that hits.
For 9 points of damage, and he needs to make a strength or a dex saving throw
Okay,
of 12.
stand by. Dex save. He does not.
Okay. He is now prone.
He's prone. Got it.
As Zek is bobbing, weaving, punches him his flaming face, and then sweeps the leg with his giant snake body.
And the massive troll, like it seems like that should not work. That troll is much heavier than Zek, but yet somehow he wraps his tail around and sweeps the leg. Yeah, he swept the leg.
And with his, he's prone now, so Zek gets advantage to attack him. So his second flurry of blows attack is a 15 plus 7, 22.
22 hits.
And for 8 more damage.
Okay.
And he needs to make a strength saving throw of 12. Which he'll probably make, but he can always roll low.
He did not roll low. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that flurry, he swept the leg and then comes back with a tail whip. But the troll is just too needy to get pushed into the pit.
And are you
That's
staying there?
Yep, that's
Okay.
me.
Itali.
All right, so seeing this troll get knocked down, I want to take advantage of shooting it from where I'm at.
So that will
The
actually
problem
be
is-
disadvantage because he's prone.
Oh, with disadvantage?
Yeah, anytime
Aw,
you try
dang.
and shoot something on the ground, it's harder to shoot.
Oh, dang. Would it be harder to kick it too?
It would
No.
not be harder to kick it. In fact, you'd have advantage on kicking it. Or hitting it with a sword or something like that.
I could rush over there and kick it, but then I'd just be like Sakuzu and become a pin cushion, which I don't want.
True. You don't want that. There's only enough room for one pincushion.
I disagree.
You would.
Yeah, no, there's only room for one position.
Well, in that case, let's see. I'll try to shoot one of these flying things, the one near the
So-
barkeep.
So
all on the
they're
ground.
they're all on the ground asleep currently.
They're all in the ground? Dang.
Yes.
Well,
So you'd have
Gonna go over
disadvantage
here.
of shooting them also.
dang. Getting disadvantage on everything. I'll go over here and go ahead and hit it with the rapier.
Okay. So you have advantage.
Alright. Advantage. And
Give it a poke.
does that hit?
That does hit.
Alright. 11 piercing damage.
So tell me how you'd like to end this troll's life.
So I'm gonna run up to it, like kind of like happily, like finally it's down, and then just try to stab at its leg, but actually stab at its stomach
Okay.
across the gut.
You stab it in
And-
its gut.
And I don't know. I guess he's gonna have kind of like an ominous grin the whole time.
Okay. Itali runs up with an ominous grin and stabs it multiple times in the stomach. It is burning from the oil that Durnan threw on it. Durnan, things start to go quiet. The troll stops moving. Durnan is ready with the sword now in two hands. And nothing happens. He takes the sturge nearest him and kind of uses his toe to kick it over the edge, and it goes flying down, and you hear a splat some seconds later. And he says, might want to repeat that for the rest of these. And he also kicks the second one over here down.
Zek is going to remove a pinky finger from the troll and then tighten his arm bands, like these straps that are tied over his arms, which you guys are noticing just now have strips of light blue in them that match possibly a tabard that you may have seen the last week and a half before we traveled out here. And then he's going to sit down and breathe heavily because he has a fairly large slash across his chest.
Are you guys going to throw the rest of the Sturges in?
Yes. But first, I'm going to raise both my hands and be like, we saved the day.
Durnan actually looks at you when you say that. He said, you did well.
Cool. I'm going to write about this in my book.
And then he gets one of his chairs and he puts it behind him and kind of uses it for leverage against one of the tables. And he pushes the troll's body off into the pit.
Zek is also going to write 2 copies of a letter because it's something that I forgot to do last time. It will essentially be explaining what the fruit is, what the pits of the fruit are, and that the pits of the fruit need to be destroyed, and the reason they need to be destroyed. And then he's going to hand 1 copy of the letter to Autumn Oak, and say, I already sent the fruit ahead, but forgot to give them a warning.
Thank you.
So I figure if you sign yours, I'll sign mine, and we can have Durnan send the letters the same way he sent the fruit.
That sounds good.
Okay.
And then once things die down and the useless people above and around get back to partying, I think I'll go and ask Durnan for another favor.
So did anybody have less than 2 hours?
If I could help you.
What's that, Sean?
My bet.
Oh.
Anybody have less than 2 hours?
That's right.
Durnan chuckles. The people eventually start to filter back in. There's a lot of offering of buying you drinks, clasping of shoulders. A lot of people say, oh, we could have done that too. We just weren't ready.
Sure you could have. I believe you.
And yes, you do win probably 40 dragons from your bet.
Yes.
Nice.
And
as people start filling back in, I'm going to start retelling the story of everything that just happened. But with each telling, it's going to change slightly to make us seem more brave. Like none of us backed away like we were all ready.
Okay. And Durnan does actually, he says,
I have food and drink aplenty. Have a seat, and I'll see that you're fed.
And so, yeah, he sends over food, drink.
Cool.
Pretty much, you're not having to pay for anything. Durnan takes up his place behind the bar again. What do you say to him, Zek, when you have the letters ready?
I'm afraid that the fruit I sent may carry with it a dangerous side effect that I forgot to warn the people about. I'd like to send these letters to the same locations the fruit went to. Being that I'm going to go with hundreds of patrons in your bar, we're the ones that immediately stepped up. I don't think it's too much to ask.
Yeah, I get it, man. Just come around the bar, make it quick.
And Zach will slither behind the bar and do the same. He'll put the hand on the chest, send them off, send the letters off.
He's like,
And
he's
then
like,
he'll go back down.
wow, are you a drama queen? And he says, he points to one of his employees and says, take a look at him, will you? And she comes over and make me a perception check, Zach.
25.
She looks completely normal, but there is definitely something wrong with her eyes. She looks human,
You get the red.
but she's not a human.
Filing cabinet. She looks human, but she's not human.
Yeah, it looks like she's something else, and you don't know what. But she's playing maybe at being human.
Okay.
And she looks at you for a moment, and she says, may I? And she moves her hand over your wound as if to touch it, but is waiting for your consent.
Zek will nod, and we'll keep an eye on her, trying to figure out what is so different and special about her.
Well, she lays her hand on your wound, and it closes up
Right
completely.
now. I'm just showing you what I got. Thank you very much.
And she nods and then goes back to serving patrons.
Zek will return to the table.
Okay. Leo, I imagine you came back downstairs. Oh, I think he stepped away for a second. So I'm going to assume that's a yes. The place has kind of returned to the way it was before the troll came. Actions.
Well, now that we've dealt with the first task we had coming here, we were entreated to seek out this Volo character as he may have needed assistance from us. I know there are some other activities we also wanted to do, try to sell off some of our spoils from our last adventure. Should probably start making a list. Speaking of lists, Leo, my good man, your reward from part of our previous adventure was a gift from the Lady Carwin. Here is a package that she entreated me to give to you, and he hands over a wrapped package to Leo.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. I also have a sorry, it threw me off. I saw Leo with an eye patch.
That's liquid Leo. Leave him be.
I thought it was solid Leo.
He's doing he swapped out his class gem. He's now a pirate, not a wizard anymore.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, I've multi-classed into swashbuckling. Thank you all for your understanding.
Just it threw me off. If you can write this down, both Leo and Otto and Caleb, actually. Tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You each get 31 gold pieces, 5 dragons, which are special gold pieces for Waterdeep, and 50, that's 50 platinum pieces. Yes.
we all were waiting for the reaction. Yes.
And that's why I said it last.
Okay.
Platinum pieces are worth 10 gold each. So technically you have 36 gold, but 5 of them are the special mint that comes from and is used in Waterdeep.
And Autumn, if you look inside the bag that's at your station, That is the 5 dragons that he was talking about.
Also, 5 dragons.
Yep.
Do we have to
Oh, and
convert our? Sorry,
No, go ahead.
I was just asking if we have to convert our regular gold to dragons to spend it in Waterdeep.
Oh. I'm gonna drop a gold piece into my chest, my little chest, and say dragon, and think dragon, and open it. Does it convert to a dragon?
No. No,
Okay,
it does
I didn't
not.
think so. And I put my gold piece back in the pocket. I didn't think it would, but I figured, who knew?
Yeah, it was worth a try.
And
But-
Leo, the package contained 10 parchment, 10 fine parchment and ink.
10 gold worth of fine parchment and ink.
Yes.
Yes, sorry.
Thank you. All right, so I missed it. You handed me a package, and you said it was from whom?
Carolyn, the mercantile dealer, the parent, the mother of the
Noble
two,
and-
the noble, the mother of the 2 kids.
Thank you, Quark, and thank you for delivering this to me. And Zach, thank you for this. This is amazing. I'll leave it at that, and I take all of the coins and I just mush them into my glowing pocket.
And then I oh dear. And then I move over to Caleb and I hand him a quiver of 20 arrows, 2 of which are +1 arrows. I acquired these to restock our supply, and there happened to be some +1 arrows in the bundle. So here you are, restock from our previous adventure.
Mark,
Yes.
is 56 the person standing next to the bartender or the person at the table?
56 is, I believe, the person that's at the bar.
Okay, I would like to, after we have settled a little bit, I'd like to go talk to 56.
I knew you were going to make me do this. Hold on. Luckily, I have a key.
Good, because I have the lock. Lock it down, son.
Praise
We should
Zool.
totally get these 2 together.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
There is no 85. There is only Zool.
That's right. 56, you mean. But yes.
No, I meant 85.
Oh,
I
you
know
mean.
what I said.
Wait. You
No,
want,
I'm going to talk to
Oh,
56. I mean 80. There is no 85.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, that's fine. You can totally do that at your leisure.
When you guys have a break, I'm assuming you guys want to do something, and I don't want to just take over and hijack everything.
We're used to that, though.
Fair point. Fair point.
All right, then.
She comes to play, and she comes in swinging.
Yeah, she comes to play.
Quark is good. Quark has delivered his goods. Quark is taking a rest.
Hey, Autumn Oak, what would you like to do? This is a very large and open bar. I'd love to hear about what you want to do or your story.
I would like to go outside.
I completely understand that, but until we know where we're going, I'd love to know more about you. You don't speak very much, so I'd love to hear your whole story about
There's
you,
a reason
bro.
behind that.
There's a reason behind what?
Dang, she's not telling you nothing,
I
dog.
ain't telling you nothing. Remember, I had 2 fruits. You're like, I need one of those fruits. I had to give you
Yeah,
one.
you were like, there's only 2 fruits. They're both
That's
mine.
I had to take them.
Man, being
No
a
one
sneaky snake,
says
nosy
says
snake.
anything to Leo when he takes all the gold.
He took all the gold?
I don't have any gold. I've only got mushrooms.
He has lots of mushrooms.
His pockets are not glowing.
But actually, they are.
He took a resource that I don't think anybody else wanted.
Well, you haven't tried to sell it yet.
I just want to ask if 56, does 56 have a name?
He does.
Hey, 56, what's your name?
My name's Skip.
That's an easy name.
Skip Bricker. Whoa, you're a snake man.
I sure am. Looking around, that's not even the strangest.
It's not, but don't see many Yanti in here, actually.
Yeah, I was talking to your boss about that. Pretty rare.
My boss.
Well, your friend. And I quirked my head over to Durvar Creel.
Really? His name's not that hard. It's Durnan.
How long have you been in Waterdeep?
Me, just about 2.5 days. This is the craziest place I've ever seen. It's crazy in here.
You've only been here 2.5 days and you're already working behind the bar?
Not behind the bar.
He's not behind the bar. He's sitting at the bar.
Okay, I misunderstood what you were saying. I was asking about this person.
Oh!
This person was 56.
Oh,
and you said it's a person at the bar, so I thought, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, no, it's 56 is that guy, Skip Burnin, at the bar.
Then, hey, sorry, Skip, I was talking to this guy.
Oh, no problem. Okay, so I didn't know you were going to do that to me. Give me 1 second. I got to find out her name. Hold on.
Penny Moneymaker.
She has no number.
Well done, Dan.
She's
Well
just
done.
an NPC.
Penny
How much
Moneymaker.
damage from shame does 56 take?
It's none, because he's pretty drunk.
Penny Moneymaker.
It's not Penny Moneybaker.
It is.
Fine, it's Penny Moneybaker.
Hey, Penny Moneymaker, do you know anything about Autumn Oak over there?
She looks at her and says, "Looks like a tree."
You know, everybody keeps saying that, but apparently it's a person. Do you know, how long have you been in Waterdeep?
About a year and a half.
That is long enough for answering my question. Do you know any place in Waterdeep that would normally buy relics and reliquary stuff from adventurers? There's a lot of adventurers here, and I imagine it's a fairly common question. Some place that would actually buy this stuff or be interested in it, not because of its color, but because of its intrinsic value.
She starts chuckling. She said, "I see you found."
Dude, I'm actually laughing in the background too.
See, you found old Zoblob shop, huh?
Yeah, he's a very interesting person.
That's one word for him, I suppose.
Does he have rent control?
I have no
idea. Is that
idea.
how he affords to keep that place?
I have no idea. But yeah, there's a couple places throughout town that you could go and sell stuff easy enough. And she says, "Hold on a minute." She goes and she starts talking to one of the other patrons. And there we go. Short answer is
I am so used to hearing stringed instruments in my house, I keep looking over.
nice. She says probably the best place I could tell you be a place called Adventurers Welcome.
Adventurers Welcome.
They're, I don't know, it's all right. They have a lot of potions. They have a lot of stuff, but they carry adventuring gear and they buy stuff from adventurers.
Awesome. So it might even be a good place if they won't buy something straight up. They will
trade for it.
Crosshairs right on that.
Absolutely. She says, "Hold on a second." She ducks below the countertop for a minute, and she comes back with like a sheaf of papers, and she's like flipping through them, and she says, and she pulls it out and she slaps it down in front of you, and it's a flyer that says, "Adventurers Welcome, now for a limited time offering a special deal on big purchases. Buy 1,000 gold's worth of item, get 100 gold off. Buy 2,000 gold's worth of item, get 300 gold off." And it's got the location.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Can I take this?
Yeah,
And
we don't
take
have.
rules of it.
Yeah, cool.
So looking around at how much people have been paying for things, what does Zek think would be an appropriate tip?
That is a great question. You would say probably
Zek is from the service industry. He tips.
Yep.
She gave me information, and she's really the most useful person in this town so far.
So
that's why she gets a tip.
So the short answer is probably like a gallon of ale only runs 2 silver. So do with that what you will.
Zach will give her 2 silver.
All right.
That's a pretty huge tip, but that's...
Yeah.
He needs to get rid of some of this weight he's carrying.
She nods. And thanks.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Penny. And he'll slither back to the seat. I think I found a place where we can offload some of the weight we've been carrying.
Do you happen to ask about any parchment or inks or?
So I'm thinking a good. First of all, I know you didn't. Have you been to Waterdeep before, Leah?
I have not been.
So, the town you're in is one of the. Well, no, it's the largest city I've ever been to, and we.
Oh yes, I'm familiar with Waterdeep. However, I've never been on my travels.
There is no doubt places where you can find the best of parchment and inks. However, the place that she sent me to, called Adventurer's Welcome, I think it should have most of what we need right now to include your parchment. I would hope. However, we have so many arcane mysteries in this group that you all may want to find some place that harbors your hobbies more easily and well than places where I may go shopping. I have no idea what you're looking for parchment.
No, yes, fair enough. We will. I'm sure that we'll be able to find that along. Now, I'm going to break for a second and talk to Mark. Would I have any insight? Now that we've arrived in Waterdeep and given my ability for research, as to gleaning any type of useful information as it relates to Methuselah's search for the swords, as we had discussed that previously.
So, I tell you what, make me a history roll, and this is going to determine the quality of knowledge that you have.
Okay, natural 17, and then I am plus 6, 23.
Okay, what you know is that there are, like, levels of information in Waterdeep. You know that there's stuff you can get on the street, like the Enchiridion, which kind of talks about all the different places, and you can get that kind of stuff anywhere at any, there's the Waterdeep newspapers that you can kind of get at any corner. Then you know that there are public libraries, and then you know that there are private libraries of nobles, and then you know that there is the type of library and collection by the Lords of Waterdeep, which is supposed to be like the premier. There are different factions, and some of the factions have those types of pockets of libraries and information, and then the masked lords are at the very top. But they're called the masked lords for a reason. Nobody knows who they are. So you've always thought from speaking with your contacts that the easiest way to get to that level is to probably go through the various factions within the city.
Okay.
And it is at this point that Durnan actually walks up to you and to Caleb, and he says, I don't mean to... Listen, I don't really care what people do when they come in here, have a good time, but I didn't see the three of you come in. You were suddenly fighting alongside when the troll attacked.
Yeah, pretty nifty, right? What I'm going to do, are we far off of a long rest at this point, or are we kind of close to it?
Actually, I think everybody just had one.
Oh.
Oh no! Actually, they pushed through the night. So no, you are. I don't know. It's kind of up to the group, but
probably
Well,
close.
what time did we get into the city?
you got into the city in the morning. Remember? You watched the sunrise as you came into the city, and then you made a beeline here.
I say, yeah, I'm pretty actually useful, and I'm going to like snap my finger, and then I'm going to disappear. I'll cast invisibility, as best as I can, while obviously making a flourish to avoid the as clear as possible fact that I'm actually casting invisibility.
He nods for a moment at the space where you were. He's like, yeah, I don't think you came in through the gates, did you? He looks to Caleb and to Autumn. He's like, can either of you tell me what they told you as you came in through the gate?
Oh yeah, They said enjoy your time.
I cannot. I didn't come through.
Yeah, so just as a word of friendly caution, the laws are pretty strict around here, and if you haven't registered yet for with one of the mages and you're able to practice magic, if you're caught doing magic without having registered, they will put you in prison.
I'm going to violently and suddenly reappear.
I actually have to pull up my thing here. He says, they ask 3 questions at the gate, and he kind of looks to the rest of you. Did all of you skip the gates?
No, we went through. I was actually just thinking we needed to. One of our party is a resident of the city, and I was just thinking we needed to ask him about that. But none of the rest of us were spellcasters, so we did not need to register.
He nods. He says, it's highly recommended that those of you that have spellcasting abilities find and join the Watchful Orders of Magists and Protectors. That's headed by the Blackstaff here in the city. You do not want to raise the ire of the Lords of Waterdeep.
A quick point of order. Now that he's back, a few people have switched positions.
Oh.
Yes. Sorry about that. The lights went out here. There was a bad storm this weekend, and lights have not been fun.
No problem. Let's see.
What was the name of the faction while you do that? Or the people to see?
It's the Blackstaff.
Where's the offices of the Blackstaff?
But even though we have some of our parties that were here, they also haven't checked in. So.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah, I'll ask Durnan where the
I'm going to say that quietly to Leo.
Oh, okay. So JR and Sean.
You say something about 3 questions?
Yeah, you generally have to state your name while you're in the city, and then are you able to personally control or wield magic? So he says, not that it's my business, but I figure a friendly word of advice. Since I did see you guys using magic. And as that one, and he points to Zek, kind of mentioned you guys were in Oakhurst yesterday I assume you may not know. So take that for what it will.
Vernon, thank you. Can I interest you in some mushrooms? They have this natural glow. They're great for the skin.
Oof.
He says, what kind of mushrooms?
I'm going to like indiscriminately just reach like a hand into my pocket and like pull it out and like pull like some of the gold pieces out of it and like finish putting those back into my pocket and turn it over. Just have like this glowing mass and just see, these are specially cultivated mushrooms. They come from there was a magically enchanted location that we came from that was sucked underground, and we delved into the deepest darks in order to retrieve these mushrooms. And I'm told they're great. Your wife is gonna absolutely love them.
He
Wait,
chuckles.
can I hear this?
Oh yeah, you can totally hear this.
I'm gonna interrupt real quick and ask Leonardo, why are you selling these mushrooms here? You know the guy that was tending these said these were valuable. Why are you selling them here at a bar?
Oh, I like, you know, this man here, Durnan. He seems like an upright fellow, and he should have this opportunity.
All right, you're the one losing gold. Your choice. And I'm gonna walk away.
And Durnan looks at you and
That's not funny. No.
I'm gonna say your loss. It's great for the palate. It's so amazing, and I'm gonna eat one for the first time in front of him. I don't know what they actually do.
make me a Constitution saving throw. 'Cause wizards are great at that.
Natural 18, and then -1.
It tastes horrible. I mean,
fantastic.
It's not, you know how you get those marinated mushrooms that are like softer than they should be, and then when you bite into them, it's nothing but the vinegar kind of taste.
Blue himself
Yeah.
hates mushrooms.
Yeah, well, so
I do not know. Like, I haven't eaten a mushroom in like a decade.
oh, okay. Well, that's what it tastes like. It tastes like you're biting into a sponge that has vinegar inside of it. Only it doesn't taste good.
When I smile afterwards, like a grimace, to do my teeth like glow. Perfect.
Like little bits in your teeth glow.
Yeah.
So it's not good.
I'm gonna turn and walk away proudly.
Jonan, my good man, one of the things we were sent to this most interesting of institutions was to find the location of an individual named Volo. Do you happen to know where this Volo person is?
He turns and points up to the second story to 21.
Back by where you were.
Yeah, where he'd flown up to.
Oh yeah, that guy there. Okay.
Oh, right by the rabid koala.
The rabid koala. Yes, that is exactly where it is. Thank you, my good man.
Sure. He says, "Is there anything else I can do for you?"
Can you tell me where the nearest office of the Black Staff is?
Yeah. And he says, "You got a map?"
Of course.
Oh, that's right. And you do have a map. Here, it's yours.
Oh, it's mine.
Yeah. There you go. He'll mark it on your map. We'll do that later.
Perfect.
Just remind me whenever we go back to the
Map of Waterdeep.
the map of Waterdeep.
Also, where can I exchange my gold for dragons?
Any of the money lenders around here able to do it.
Perfect.
Look for the shops. They're all over the place. He says, "How much do you have to trade?" I can do some.
Is it a 1-for-1 basis?
What the hell? You guys helped with the troll. Nobody else did. Bunch of good for nothings.
I will do another 50.
Okay. He walks behind the counter. He gets 50 gold. Or 50 dragons and comes back.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anything else I can do for you all?
Do the mages have a guild, or would that be part of the Black Staff?
That is, yes, the blacksmith.
Perfect. No, that works for me. That's all I got. How much is the room for the night?
Travel well.
He says the rooms are under renovation right now. Won't be done till the end of next week.
Suggestions on a reputable inn, an establishment where I can...
Sure. How far do you want to go?
I'm not sleeping in a grimy, flea-infested...
No. How far do you want to go in the city?
Oh, I don't care. I gotta meet with some of the nobles to check out their libraries anyway. So the wealthier side of town will work for me.
Stand by. I'm looking through my database of places. He sighs. He says, look, I could have you going across the city, but come back here whenever you're ready for the night, and I'll make sure there's rooms for all of you.
Amazing, Dernan. You are a class act, I tell you. Class act all the way.
He looks at you for a minute and then just shakes his head. Goes back
There was
behind
no
the bar.
sarcasm. I was sincere in my class act statement.
He still shook his head at you slightly and then walked back behind the bar. Other action.
Unless anybody has anything else to do, we should probably talk to Volo.
Yeah.
About whatever needs to be talked. I forget. We had.
Who's Volo? Sorry.
We were told to talk to Volo at the Yawning Portal Inn in Waterdeep.
Who told us that?
Lady Carowin, as part of our departure information.
And what is Volo to us? Is he to give us a new project?
Someone who may need our help was all we were told.
Very good. I'm along for the ride. And Itali, thanks for trying to help out with that. You're a good man.
Oh, now.
And I'm gonna take a mushroom out and I'm gonna hold it out and like try to give it to him and see if he accepts it.
I already got some in my pocket. I don't need more.
Peace mushroom denied.
We gotta go help Volo with the red rabbit koala.
So,
It's like somebody's trying to sell him a red rabbit koala.
do you guys make your way up to the second floor?
May as well go
Yeah.
speak to Volo.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody makes their way up to the second floor. Again, kind of a mishmash of people up here, but he looks and sees you coming, and he says, "Ah, you must be the adventurers Carowin messaged me about, am I right?"
We're adventurers, yes.
Yes.
Good, I could use your help. Let's find a table to talk, shall we?
Wow,
Sure,
this is
either
fast.
way.
Normally we have to convince people to let us help them. Cool.
No, I mean people come to us all the time for help. Yes, let's grab a table.
Well, you guys find another table, this time on the second level. And it's actually back behind this wall, so you can't really see where it is, but it's back behind the people that are 22 through 24, kind of back in that area, behind the wall that you see here. And
For the record, Mark,
yes,
you're using the mouse on the stream,
yeah,
so we can't see what you're indicating.
that's fine. I more as long as I I say where it's at. That's the important thing, I think. So yeah, you guys head back and find a table. Okay. And he has kind of a floppy hat, and he tightens his scarf, and he strokes his mustache, and he says, Volothamp Gedarm, chronicler, wizard, and celebrity at your service. Carowin sent word you were on your way, and needless to say, the fighting in the streets of here in Waterdeep has been escalating over the last fortnight. I haven't seen so much blood since my last visit to Baldur's Gate, if you know what I mean.
I'll crack up.
But, and he gets very serious at this point. Now I fear I have misplaced a friend amidst this odious malevolence. My friend's name is Floon Blagmar. He's got more beauty than brains, and I worry he took a bad way home a couple nights ago and was kidnapped, or worse. If you agree to track him down with all due haste, I can offer each of you 10 dragons apiece now, and I can give you each 10 times that when you find Floon. May I prevail upon you in my hour of need?
Of course. Why would somebody kidnap your friend Floon, though?
He nods and he pulls out the pouch and gives each of you 10 dragons. And he says, I assume that means you'll help?
I'm happy to help. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody.
Yeah,
Happy to help.
yeah, I'm in.
So I met Floon at the Skewered Dragon 2 nights ago. And we drank and gambled for a few hours, and then I left. And that was the last I saw of Floon.
What exactly do they look like?
Good looking,
Human?
average, human, and not sure if he actually has a. Oh, 1 second. That's not going to work. Hold on. Do.
He looks a lot like the guy sitting at table 85.
He does not.
Well, let me get this straight. Somebody flim flam flume?
No.
In Fang Fu?
I see what you did there. No, that's not the case. I don't know exactly what happened. I like I said, I met him there. We drank for a while.
Does he live in the city?
He does.
Do you happen to know where?
Yes, and I went by his house and he is not there. There's no sign of him, as if he never returned home. Which is part of the reason why I believe he might have been kidnapped.
Is there any sign of a break-in? Like, is the locks broken, windows broken?
No. Like I said, it's as if he never made it home.
Did you make some sort of follow-up arrangements? I mean, you said you met this person in one evening and spent some time together, and then it's only been 2 days. Is it possible that you're just out on business? Did you have an engagement set up that he missed?
I appreciate your line of questioning. Unfortunately, Floon is not... How should I say this? Floon is not the most... He's not the sharpest quill in the writer's desk.
I understand he's simple, but not all simple people stay home all the time.
He's not a noble, but he came into a large inheritance of money, and he does not work. He drinks, gambles, and carouses.
I see.
Living the life, as it were.
And he has not been drinking, nor gambling, nor carousing for the last 2 days.
Correct.
I see.
Floon is always good for a night out on the town, except that I do not believe his night out 2 nights ago ever ended.
He was last seen at the Steward Dragon.
That is the last place that I saw him, yes.
All right. And we've got an accurate description of him.
Human, good looking. I mean, people know, he tells you, people know him. He's quite the gadfly
Wait.
around town.
Since I'm from here and he's supposed to be well known, would I by any chance know him?
Great question. Roll history check.
Let's see. History.
You succeed. You two have history.
Oh wait, that's advantage. Never mind. Let me do this normal.
First one was a 17.
No, I'll take the first one. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
You do know of Floon Blagmar. He's kind of exactly what he described. He's good looking. He hangs around with nobles. He's not a noble. He was always seen out carousing at the various inns and taverns. And he's one of those people who seems not to have a care in the world. And
Alright,
you remember roughly
with this
what he looks like, yeah.
Okay.
Let me see if I can share that with you in some way. Hold on.
What was Lady Malevolent's involvement in this?
Lady who?
Didn't you say he ran afoul of Lady Malevolent or something? Some noble.
No?
I think he was just saying that. I think he was just flourishly saying that he got into trouble.
Yeah, no, he said I may have misplaced a friend amid this odious malevolence.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, he uses lots of those flourishy
It took
words.
me a second to parse what he said.
I'm gonna have to reload roll 20 and then I'll tell you.
Volo, have you entreated any others as to the whereabouts of this fellow?
So, unfortunately, how much do you know about Waterdeep?
I know it's a city, and I know I am there.
He said, this might be of great help to you. And he reaches behind his back, and as he pulls forward, there are 7 copies of books in his hands. And he says, this might be of help to you. And he hands each of you a book entitled Volo's in Enchiridion of Waterdeep.
Oh, did you write this?
Second word?
Indeed. Have you heard of it? It is quite the seller. I actually only had 10 copies on my possession. You have 7 of them. If you'd like,
I've seen these around.
if you'd like a signature, I don't mind an autograph.
Yes, please. And I'll turn around.
Why
and-
not?
And he signs them happily.
You know, since your signature seems pretty valuable, you should probably sign Leo's so he can sell more.
His what now?
Leo has some mushroom he's trying to move. Maybe you can sign him so he can move faster.
Yeah, Zek will get his signed as well.
His eyes arch up and he says, tell me about these mushrooms, Leo.
Well, I'm just going to immediately just take one out and put it down on the table. Have you ever seen anything like this?
Stand by. I'm waiting for roll 20 to load here.
See if he's a horticulturist as well.
I'm standing by.
You're actually making me... Okay, here we go. Oh, he looks at them and he says, these are glowing mushrooms. No nutritional value, no worth.
But they glow.
How long ago did you pick them?
I'm going to take a closer look and realize that they're probably dimming
They are.
significantly at this point.
They are dimming.
Yeah.
Well, time has no meaning where you were, though, right?
Yeah, but it's still been days. Like, even so. I was like, well, I appreciate that insight. And I will take my mushroom back and put it in my pocket, kind of sulk away. By the way, your book here, it tells me where I can find libraries and such.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
All the major sites in the different quadrants of the city are broken up into it.
My good man, thank you very much for your time.
Of course. Good luck finding Floon. And I am... Can I think I have it here. I'm trying to share it. Give me 1 second. I just had to find it. And so you guys know I don't give you homework. However, this is actually really useful for you to read. And it is now in your... Oh, does it just give...
It looks like it just gives the first.
Well, I read the paragraph. Homework.
Yeah, all right. So I'll send you the actual PDF for it. It's pretty amazing, actually. So I will send that by PDF after we're done tonight with the game. Oh, you know what? I can remove all these people and close that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. He says, if I will be here when you're done, so come find me.
I stepped away. Is he 63?
Is he what?
Is he?
He's
number
21.
60?
He's 21. Second floor balcony.
Okay.
Well, we should probably ask Durden if he has heard anything about this or knows anything about this guy. Anyone else in the tavern here that anyone thinks might be a useful source of information before we were to head out?
We should probably investigate the house, see if there's any clues maybe after we see the bartender.
Did you see that huge guy over there with a giant purple tattoo? I think he has a hamster.
He's not there. I'm not gonna do that. No. This is like the greatest. This is like the greatest filling of this tavern ever. But like half these people are not there. Sorry.
I've seen that magic card you're talking about, though.
I want to know what number 50 is.
Number 50.
Dragonborn.
Yeah, he's a dragonborn.
Looks like a paladin by the armor, give or take.
I think we should go ask number 42. He looks like a shady character.
I'm sure I'm gonna get you.
Oh,
Oh, come on.
42 or
Come
43.
on. Just knock it off.
I think number 84 is kind of crazy.
84? There is no 84. Oh, yeah, there is.
Oh, yeah.
84 or 85, either one of them.
No.
And
45.
85
How about
might be
78?
possible.
Am I right?
85 might be possible. The rest of them, not so much.
Isn't 85 just Keanu Reeves just sitting there?
Could be. Could be.
Whoa.
So yes, the rest of the revelers and merriment seem embroiled in their own conversations and merrymaking. But what would you like to do at this point?
Is
I'm
this
gonna go with what Quark's saying and go
time is
down,
it?
talk to the bartender.
We can go ahead and take our 20-minute break here. This is probably a good stopping point, and we'll pick up and resume with that after.
Sorry,
Okay.
I meant literally in game.
In-game.
Oh, it's like 10:30 a.m.
Oh yeah, then I have places I need to be. But yeah, cool.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and take our 20-minute break here, and then we'll be back in just a little bit, and we'll see you then.
We talk right now. Right? God damn. Dan, are you there? Dan, you there?
No, I think this is another one. Oh. Yeah, he doesn't use the screen.
Hello, dear stream.
Hi.
all about humanity. It's all about humanity.
Getting worse. Our exploratory diving bell has escaped the Mummies here in Paris. Wong and his assistant Mary Nelson have managed
Our computers indicate that whatever caused it came from somewhere in the Pacific.
We'll start searching that area immediately.
Did you know that you can subscribe to the channel for free if you have Amazon Prime? It's true. All you have to do is sign into your Amazon account, and then go to gaming.amazon.com. On the left side of the screen, under your name, it will ask you to link your Twitch account. Once that's done, just head over to our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/gamersledge. You'll have an option to subscribe using your Twitch Prime. It costs you nothing, but helps support the channel. There is one catch: it runs out in 30 days, so make sure you come back and click the subscribe button again next month if you want to continue supporting great shows like this one. Thanks for helping. Be excellent to each other. And game on.
There's new items in the merch store. Head to bit.ly/gamersledge merch. That's all one word, gamers, ledge, merch, to check out the newest, latest and greatest gifts like mugs, t-shirts, mouse pads, stickers and more. Show some love for the show creators. They get a cut from each item sold, whether it is a Notice Me Senpai DM t-shirt, or a mug that helps you clarify when a point needs to be made in conversation. There's still a few minutes left in the break. You've got time? We will be here when you get back. Visit bit.ly/gamersledge merch. Be excellent to each other and merch. I mean, game on.
here I was worried I was going to be late.
You just went on mute, but yes,
We eat a sandwich.
And welcome back, everyone. As we left off, the group was in the Yawning Portal, determining their next moves. And that's where we pick up with everybody. Huzzah.
Oh no, my foot's accidentally kicking the power button.
I will murder you. Okay. So, where we left off, you guys were planning on what to do next. Autumn, did you want to say anything or no?
I'm good.
Okay. Okay. So, what's next?
Go to bar guy, ask questions.
Go to
What?
bar guy, ask questions.
Durnan says, "You're back again. What can I do for you?"
Well, go on, Quark. You wanted to come here.
Yeah, Volo, it turns out, is looking for this Floon Blagmar fellow who apparently is a roustabout about town, appears to have potentially gone missing approximately 2 nights ago. I was curious if you knew anything about the comings and goings of this individual, or if there have been any rumors about his absence, as it seems he is quite the local fixture.
Floon gets around. He's here about once a week. It's not quite time for him to be around these here parts yet, but I mean, did Volo say where he went missing?
He was last seen at the Skewered Dragon approximately 2 nights ago, and did not has not been seen since by anyone that Volo has been able to ascertain. You understand he came into some money, though he is not of money, and has been fluting around town for some time. Is it possible that there is a group in town that would be looking to take advantage of such an individual?
Did you see that fight earlier tonight?
Oh, with the troll? Yeah, we were there.
Troll?
No, before that.
Oh, before that, with the individuals with the serpentine markings on their necks.
The Zents. The Zents wouldn't mind having some money. That's a possibility. Of course, then you've got Xanathar's crew.
And what is their
See that beholder that was in here before?
Yes.
All right, so Xanathar is a beholder, not that one, but a different one. He's got a bad group of people. Things have been escalating between the Zents and the Xanathar crew.
Sorry, you just have beholders that hang out in your bar? I might have missed something there.
Yeah, they were here earlier. He kind of pokes his head around. Nope, not there anymore.
You got some eclectic clientele here.
Quite. Everybody's welcome, as long as they don't start fights. They start fights, they get thrown out, just like the Zents and the Xanathar crew did.
Thanks for not throwing us out for fighting the troll.
Well, that's different.
What did the Zents have against the half orc? Was she, I believe?
He wipes his counter a little bit. He looks at it and he says, "I'm a simple bartender. I make it a point not to get involved, if I can help it."
Understand. Well, I believe that, and the serpentine tattoo is a symbol of the Zents, though. Then
that is correct, as far as I know.
As far as you know, thank you. I believe that is all the information I require at this time. I don't know anyone from the group have any ideas, questions. Sounds like no. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. I spoke too soon.
Oh no, I was just gonna talk outside of character. Does the name Xanathar, would I recognize that name?
Everybody recognizes.
Yes, 100%.
Okay, cool.
Basically, kind of, not really a thieves guild, but they think they're a thieves guild, and Xanathar is the beholder that runs the group, and they are kind of thugs.
That's a rumor, right?
It's
a rumor. Is it Xanathar is a beholder?
It's a rumor, but people are pretty sure in the city that Xanathar is a beholder.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I don't think we can easily approach somebody like that.
No.
I think you'd be surprised what we can get ourselves into.
Oh, Durnan, before we take off, sorry, Mythos, were you saying something?
No, I was just mumbling under my breath about not getting into anything with Xanathar the Beholder.
I'm not opposed to this idea, but Durnan, any idea where the Zents might frequent?
He looks at you, shakes his head. I focus my efforts on adventurers who want to brave the Undermountain. And he points to the rope and the ledge and the hole. He says, if Zents or Xanathar's crew or anyone else wants to come and drink in my establishment, they're welcome. I make it my point not to get involved, if possible.
What's the point of going down there to die?
Not everyone does. And he kind of... How do you think I got this bar?
Interesting. And Zach will jump in the hole.
What?
No.
It's only a fair turn of phrase, Mark. I've been waiting since you brought this into my purview.
You're such a terrible person, and I love you. Okay, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Zach doesn't actually jump in the hole.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine.
I'm a better player than you are.
Oh, I see how that works. All right, fantastic.
Is this a payback for that one time where he destroyed the entire world within an hour of us starting a campaign and we never went back?
No.
Okay, this is for this
in
one.
In multiple games that I have had, Mark has come across holes in the ground that were seemingly bottomless and jumped in. For no reason other than to be contrary.
But that was only because we had done a flash forward where I was already alive. The first time
was because you did a flash forward, and so you, the player, already knew that the character was alive.
Yep. And I just wanted to see you explain it because that was funny. Anyways. Good. He does not jump in the hole.
Yeah. Moving forward, sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh dear.
Turn to everyone.
That the magic users register at the Blackstaff office.
Yeah.
Probably should take care of that.
And since I'm the odd man out, I think I'll go sell our stuff.
I revel at the opportunity to just start like pulling out as many mushrooms as I can and just start pushing them towards Zach. Like, you can get so much money for these. Just anything you know, I'll be happy.
I will look into that.
As I am also not required to register per the guard's instructions, I will accompany Zach.
That would be amazing. Thank you. I don't know my way around here very well. It's always useful to have somebody else's eyes on your back.
I know the area. I'll follow Zach.
Do orcs count as magic users?
They can hear you.
Yeah, 100%. Are you registered, Itali?
I'm already registered. I live here.
Yeah. Okay, so you are registered.
Do I have to register or no?
According to Durnan, you would need to register, yes.
I'd say your very existence would require you to register.
Probably so. Give me 1 second.
I was just wondering, and as a reminder, it doesn't have to be anything.
No. Yeah, you're 100%. Yeah. Leo, did you see the message I just sent you?
So this bar, is it only 3 stories that we can tell?
Yeah.
Okay. And the open mouth at the back, is that the entrance to get in?
That is correct.
Okay. So we're actually looking from the back of the establishment.
Correct.
Okay.
Where there are more tables and yeah, they did a cross section of this to kind of give you an idea what it was like, but it goes all the way around the whole.
Okay. Is this an inn and tavern like these brown doors we're seeing on the left behind people standing? Are those in private rooms?
Correct.
Oh, cool.
Mostly on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
There are a few on the other floors, but mostly on the 3rd floor. And Leo, I just want to confirm that you did receive that message. Okay. Other actions while we are...
Oh, looks like half of us are registering and half of us are going to go try to sell these mushrooms.
Is it Tally registered? Are you registered?
Yeah, I'm registered. I live here.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
from here.
I didn't know if you were a fight the man type.
Fight the man type?
Yeah, where you don't get registered. Badges. I don't need no sinking badges.
I don't like being a pincushion. I'm not going to be a pincushion to the police officers here. I want to survive.
That is a fair point.
So yeah, let's go to sell these mushrooms then.
All right, let me move everybody to the map of Waterdeep, and we will kind of talk about these next actions here. Hold on.
Hey Leo, are you still seeing a black screen?
Yep, and I've refreshed half a dozen times.
Son of a gun. Does he need the update mark?
What browser are you using?
Chrome.
On PC?
Yep.
I mean, there's no animated files here, so he should be able to see it, no problem.
Usually it takes maybe 2 or 3 refreshes for me, but if you've done it 6 times.
I had to give up on trying to use Chrome and just switch to Firefox.
It does work better with Fireworks. Yeah, it does work better with Firefox, 100%. Okay. So, let me put everybody on the map so everybody can see. 1 second. Let's see. GMO from overlay, right click layer, token layers. Now, can you see the map, Autumn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Is there anyone besides Leo that cannot see the map?
I just refreshed, so it's coming. It'll come back in a second.
Okay.
And I can see it based on the stream, so whatever you have active, I've got that on this monitor. So
got it.
My Roll20s. Big deal.
So, for those of you registering, you're going to be going. I'm going to ping it on the map here. It's called Agaron's Tower. It's kind of northwest of where you are right now. If you follow, if you see where it says,
Flats?
I'm sorry, what?
The mud flats?
No. Let me see if I can. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to see if I can make it visible 1 second. There. I think you should be able to see it now.
Yeah, I see an arrow pointing at it. All we got to do is follow the whatever road that is.
That's right.
Waterdeep Way?
The high road over to Waterdeep Way. Yep.
High road to Waterdeep Way.
And then for the rest of you,
Trade wards.
yep, Trey's Ward is where you are right now.
Okay, so
If you go up the high road there and it turns into Waterdeep Way, Agaron's Tower is kind of just to the west of where it says Waterdeep Way.
Follow the road till it turns to the
understand.
silks.
Here, I'll actually move you there.
Undercliff?
Right there. Do you see where you are?
Here I am. Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's where you got to go. For the rest of you, you are going to Adventurer's Welcome. Adventurer's Welcome is in the Trades Ward, and it is on Beacon Street. So it's very close to where you guys actually are right now. Let me mark it, and I'll get that. Hold on 1 second. What did I... Store, right? Yeah, store. Adventurers, welcome. Okay, save settings. There we go. We'll say it's right there. You can see Adventurers Welcome on the map now as well?
Yes.
Okay. Which is just kind of southeast of where you guys are. So, it was Autumn, and who else was going north?
Mythos.
Me.
Caleb.
And
Leo. And Mythos. That's great. And then Tally, Zek, and Quark are going to Adventures Welcome. All right.
Yep.
So when you guys arrive at...
Who is the Blue Spark going with?
That's a great question. I was trying to not answer that question. Thank you.
Yep.
Blue Spark is going with... It's going with Zek and Quark. Kind of floats between of you. The two of you.
It makes sense since they kind of followed pretty closely to Quark before.
Check the DM I sent back. As we're leaving the bar, you'll see that Leo, kind of say minor illusion and attempts to replicate the blue spark to the best of his ability, having gone in and out of it, just to see if he can at least get a visual replication of what the blue spark looks like.
Sure.
Zach is gonna go, I wonder what was gonna happen there. I guess it splits up when we split up. And he'll start heading to adventure now.
Yep, so... How long does that last?
Minor illusion?
Yeah.
It's a cantrip, so theoretically, I mean...
Theoretically. Forever.
In a functional sense, I could just carry on doing it, right? Oh, it's only 1 minute.
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay. So it would, end, and then you have to recast it, and recast it.
I'm not going to do that. As soon as we, split off,
all right,
our blue spark is just going to disappear.
Yep. Okay. Got it. So... the half of the group that's going to Agron's Tower, as you get there, there's already a line. You wait in the line. They register your name. They register what you're in the city for, and then they register if you're a practitioner of magic. And if you say yes, then they say that you may be called upon to assist with investigations as needed as part of the requirements for being in the city. This is what it means to be a part of that group.
As we're speaking with them, do you keep a registry of all of the magic users in town and their comings and goings?
And he points to the book that he just recorded your information in.
Say, I have an old mentor. His name's William DeSace. Are you able to tell me if he's here?
So, get what you're going for. Unfortunately, due to privacy issues, we're not allowed to get that out unless directed by either the Open Lord of Waterdeep or in needs of times of a necessity, like an emergency. For general inquiries, you can write your inquiry here, and we can pass it to the person if they are in the city, And if they choose to respond, we can facilitate that, providing you tell us where you're going to be.
Okay. And at that point, I'll take out some parchment and begin writing a letter and tell them, I'll either be, I'll check back in here with you, or you may find that Durnan has a good line on where we may be going from here. And in the
Durnan at the Yawning Portal?
At the Yawning Portal.
He arches an eyebrow at you. All right.
And in the letter, I'm just going to include that I had failed to retrieve the fruit and to do any real study on the tree, and that I was looking for some level of insider guidance from him as to a new direction I should perhaps take. And I briefly recount our adventures in the Citadel.
Sunless Citadel, actually. Otherwise, you're going to be running the wrong module. So, they take the letter and they say, if they're in the city, I'd say check back in the next week or two. If they're not, there probably won't be a response.
Thank you.
Of course. Other than that, they register everyone. They say, again, you may be called on to participate in investigation if we have need. And other than that, enjoy your time in the city and be safe.
Is the Mages Guild around here, you said?
So that is basically the Black Staff organization.
Ask them if they'd have need of young white dragon parts. Claws, teeth, a head.
They say,
Blood, bones.
no, we're good, but you might try some of the apothecaries around town.
Anything you advise?
Stand by. Searching.
You stumped Google.
Nope.
Good job.
Yeah, so... Nope, not that one. He says, I would recommend Timinara's Terrific Tinctures in the Trade Ward.
Thank you very much for your advice.
Mm-hmm.
Take it and saunter on.
And now you have to wait because I need to add that shop to the Trade Ward so that you can go there later.
I wish I knew more T words, because then I would have totally tossed.
Totally and terribly.
Totally tossed terrible tincture puns.
Would this also be a location where I would be able to acquire parchment and ink? Or would I be looking at trying to catch up with...
As the Mages Guild, even?
Yeah.
The Mages Guild, surprisingly, does not have... This is not... So I'm trying to figure out how to explain this architecture. This is the registration hall. This is not the Mages Guild. So yes, the Black Staff run this, but it's not like there's the school or any of that stuff here. That's up in the castle. And generally you have to have a good reason or an appointment to get into the castle. So most of what you're asking about would be found at the shops within the city. Because there are many, many, many shops. And Autumn, as you start to walk through the town to get here, on the way, you started doing some mental math. And do you remember your time in Candlekeep? Mm-hmm. This city is probably 3 times larger than Candlekeep. So it is tremendously huge. It is by far the largest place you've ever been.
Also,
largest
one
city.
more question for the Blackstaff office. Are any nobles known to have expansive libraries about ancient battles?
He says he has no idea
Alright.
off the top of his head.
Thank you.
If you'd like to start an official inquiry with the guild, you can do so, and they will. But they would need specifics of what you're looking for.
I have specifics, and I would love to start an official inquiry when the opportunity arises.
He says we can do it now if you so choose.
Certainly.
And he points you to a clerk over on the side. They say official inquiries will be 5 dragons.
I'll hand over the 5 dragons.
Okay. And they, what I would like you to do is send me an email with exactly what you asked them.
Okay.
After the game.
Yep. Gotcha.
And with that, Timonara's Terrific Tinctures is now on the map at its location in the trade wards. There we go. And anything else for the Blackstaff while you're here? All right, then we will jump over to the 4 of you. Make your way to Adventurers Welcome. When you get there, when you look at the flyer, Zek, that you have, that's basically what the outside of the place looks like. It's a half circle in giant red letters that says Adventurers Welcome. And then there's a door underneath it and 2 windows. And you can see it's 2 stories. It's almost like a warehouse of sorts. But not fantastic or not super upscale, but not run down either.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Before we do anything further, I'm going to stop Zach and be like, hold on. Wait right here. I'm going to go check on something.
Okay.
And I'm going to go up to the window of Adventurers Tavern. What do I see?
Adventurers Welcome?
Yeah, Adventurers Welcome.
It is a... I mean, the easiest way to say that is it's a converted warehouse inside that has benches and different sections. It's a store, basically. It's a big store with lots of people inside.
Many colors?
Many colors.
All right, Zach, nothing's purple here. Come on.
Zach is going to pull Atali aside and whisper something. Did you get that?
Yes, got that.
Okay. Zach will nod after whispering, and he's carrying a couple of the large sacks that have items in them, and says, well, I'm going to lean heavily on both of you. You seem to have less of a antagonistic approach with people. I don't know if it's they see me and make assumptions, or I just don't say things the way people like, but you seem to be much more likable.
Zach, we're in a city where beholders walk around freely. I'm sure you're fine.
You know, I've heard that, but all I've seen are people, lots of them, mostly humans, staring at me as if I'm a circus attraction. And it's given I am, but they are still staring at me that way.
Are you sure it's you and not Quark? I'd be staring at the bird with the weird accent.
Well, he probably has his fair share as well. At least he has legs and arms.
If you want, I can give you like a minor illusion to make it look like you have leg.
Can you?
Oh, never mind. I gave that up.
I have 1 second. So Zek is going to move to the back and give them the show.
All right, gonna take it.
What?
And I think Zek's hiding while we
Not
sell
everything. Not everything is sexual, Mark.
No, I missed what you were saying. You're going to move to the back?
I'm moving behind them and handing off the selling of these items.
To
Court and Atali while I stand behind them.
I thought you said I'm handing them the show, and I'm like, what?
I'm handing them the show, as in it's your show.
I see. Okay.
Well, this is your town, Natali. I would imagine you should take the lead. I'm
All right.
touch out of my element here.
Where are you in touch with your element? We've been together for like 2 days. I haven't seen that.
Well, considering I have no idea where I'm from currently is relative to here, I cannot answer that.
The only time I've ever seen you in your element was when we're close to statues and trees.
Well, trees are what I am much more familiar with than small villages. I will grant you that.
All right. Well, let's head on in and try to get this sold.
All right.
And
you go
march
inside,
on.
and it's probably while you guys were standing out there, 6 people went by you into the store, and 2 came out. And when you go in, Zek, make me a perception check. And actually, Itali, make me a perception check too.
Perception
24.
and 21.
Okay, so the first thing you guys see as you walk in is a giant purple bolt of cloth.
No!
But then you kind of like let your eyes unfocus from that glaring thing that causes you trauma. And this is like a bomb had gone off in here. It looks like TJ Maxx at Christmas.
Ugh.
There are people everywhere, and there are store clerks rushing about getting stuff, and they have piles of stuff in their hands. There's sections, but I mean, it's kind of like something blew up in here. It's mass chaos is the short answer. But you can see from time to time clerks that are not doing anything or are between customers.
What is the quality of the items we are seeing?
With those perception checks, you would say that they are
Is this a dollar store?
no, but it is not.
Is it Harbor Freight or is it Lowe's?
I would probably say it's Lowe's.
What about Lowe's or Home Depot?
Fancy.
Or Ace Hardware.
It's Ace Hardware.
Ace Hardware.
100% Ace Hardware.
Ace Hardware. Yeah.
It's 100% Ace Hardware.
Okay.
Alright.
It's Ace Hardware on the day before Christmas, and all the other stores are closed.
Oh wow. So many old guys.
The people that are helping people, the clerks
Yes.
that are running around.
Yes.
Does it look like this is usual for them?
Hard to tell without
Okay.
talking to him.
Okay. Is this usual for you? I say it to a clerk as he's running by with boxes.
He's like, "I'll be right with you."
I trip him.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I have no idea why I'm having you guys do talking. Go. There has to be a sales place, right? I don't go into stores like this very often, but there has to be a section that would handle purchases.
Well, let's just find one of those. Let's go up to one of those clerks that aren't busy, and try to find out information. And so I'm going to go up to the clerk, one of those clerks that we saw that didn't look like they were busy. And I'm gonna ask them like, you don't look so busy, so I just have a real quick question. Where do I go to sell my items?
She looks up at you, and she is she's a half elf. She's about 5 feet tall, and she's got her hair pulled back into one of those buns where it looks like if it was any tighter, it might pull her scalp off.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at you and says, well, I can help you with that. What do you have to sell?
I'm gonna just take this bag that Zek gave me and be like, I have this.
A bag?
Just hand her the bag.
And
Yes.
she takes the bag and she starts looking at stuff. What exactly are you trying to sell?
So it is a Dragon Book of Lore, a gold ring with a sapphire in it, a dragon figurine, a crystal goblet, 24 pieces of fine silverware, 2 onyx stones, 4 agate stones.
And I gave you prices for all this stuff, right?
You absolutely did.
Okay. I did or did not?
You did.
Okay, good.
I also have a leather armor and 2 sapphires to add to the pile.
The sapphires are priced, the leather armor is not, correct?
Correct. Correct.
So...
Is it a normal leather armor?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Or is it a +1? What is... It's an AC 11. So is that a...
I believe that's normal.
That's normal, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's normal. Because that's what I had before.
Are you looking it up, Mark?
Yeah.
10.
Yeah, 10 gold. Okay. So, here's what she's like, and what is the OOC subtotal, Dan?
Okay, is this an honest answer from me?
Correct.
Okay, 367 gold.
Okay. And what are you looking to get for all this today?
You know, for all the trouble we've gone through for all this, I say 450 gold.
Make a persuasion check.
Dan, did that include the 100 for the 2 sapphires?
It did not. It did not.
Oh,
so
wait.
that would be... I was doing 2 different... You're right.
Oh,
You're
sorry.
right. So that would have been an additional 110 at least,
Yeah.
or 100?
110.
So 100 for the sapphires, 10 for the armor, I believe,
So
right?
550 would have been what you said.
550. Okay. But it was worth how much for... What'd you say?
It would have been 467.
467. Okay.
477. 477 with the leather armor.
Okay. So
And
make
you wanted
me
550.
make me a persuasion roll.
Alright. Persuasion.
Boom, Sherlock.
Nice.
Money now.
She
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. We lost one of our people during when we got all this, and we're just trying to make up for what we've lost, and also to kind of like see if we can maybe help the family out.
Oh,
Like
that's
ever since we've lost the steel, our party has not been the same.
that's horrible. And she
We have
reaches
not seen them in days. So
she reaches a hand out and puts it on top of yours. I'm sure we
Thank
can
you.
do something.
thank you.
She does some mental tallying in her mind. She's like, "Why don't I make it 600 to help for the family?"
That is, wow, I did not, wow, that's really generous. Thank you. Thank you for understanding.
Just let's keep that between us, all right?
We will. Thank you.
And,
Thank you. And I'll take the 600.
and she said, "Is there anything I can help you with? Anything you need to buy?"
Actually, go ahead.
No, please go ahead.
I am in need of a spear. Would you happen to have a spear we could purchase?
Just a standard old spear?
Just a plain old spear, really. That's all I require.
Sure. We have a whole area over here, and she walks you, dodging through the other people. She takes you to an area that has spears, 1 gold piece. Or 1 dragon to get one.
All right, I'll just kind of look towards Quark. We'll look through them, and like this one, the wood of the staff is a little redder than the others. He takes that one, and we'll hand over 1 dragon.
Okay. Oh, she says, "Oh, you don't pay me. Here, take this." And she hands you like a. She quickly scribbles something out and hands it to you, and she says, "You'll pay at the door."
Oh, thank you.
And it's just a little slip that says 1 spear, 1 gold.
Zach, do you need anything?
Not yet. Well, what is the finest quality of papers that you have? Parchment.
She says, we have scholars packs that have 10 sheets of parchment, little bag of sand, a small knife, a backpack, book of lore, bottle of ink, an ink pen. I can't really speak to the quality of the parchment other than it's usable.
Yeah, I don't. That doesn't sound like what he was looking for. It sounded like he was looking for really nice stuff. But I will let him know.
Well, we do have quite a few potions in stock at the moment that might be very useful for someone such as yourself.
Really?
We have potions of flying. We have potions of water breathing, potions of heroism, potions of healing. We have bags of holding.
How much is a bag of holding?
1,000 gold. And if you spend 1,000 worth of items, you get 100 gold off.
I may be back to consider that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And when she says gold, she means dragons.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Did she give dragons to Italy?
Yes, 600 dragons.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless otherwise noted, everyone in the city uses dragons.
Okay. Italy, do you mind?
Oh, go ahead.
I'll take the money from him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to take 10 dragons, put them in the treasure chest, close it, and think of a platinum and open it.
That works.
And I'm going to take the same
platinum.
platinum.
It's not a platinum. I'm sorry. It is a... I'll tell you in 2 seconds. I specifically had this.
It's a Waterdeep platinum.
Yeah, it's a Waterdeep platinum. It's called a... It's called
a platoon?
No, it's called a sun.
A sun. So it's a different coin, but I can tell it's a platinum.
Yes.
And I will take that sun and turn it back into 10 dragons.
Okay.
Okay. And then I will divide up. It'll be 75 dragons for everyone. And I will hand the people with me their 75 dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Before you do this, we should probably do this when we're outside.
Way, you're right. I'm not inside of town very often. I don't put 2 and 2 together like that. So I'll take the bag and I'll leave.
Yeah. And me and Zach will go outside while Quark pays his 1 gold.
Yep. You pay your 1 dragon on the way out.
All right.
Did you pay with a dragon or did you pay with a gold piece?
Dragon. That is what they wanted. They wanted these dragon coins.
I'm wondering if they'll still take gold pieces, because we have a lot of just normal gold pieces that need to get traded out. I'm sure there's a bank here somewhere.
Yeah, there was mention of a trades place.
We can always go back to the Yawning Portal. Like the barkeep there was letting us do it
He
Right
had
there
some, but
earlier.
He didn't have a lot.
Oh, that's right.
He wasn't a money changer.
Yeah.
Everybody make a perception check for me, or the three of you make a perception check for me.
Perception.
14.
17.
What was yours, Matt? You were muffled.
22.
22. Quark and Itali, you notice up the road there is a moneylender / bank, and more than likely they would be able to trade those out for a cost, of course.
Okay. All right. Then, yeah, let's head on down to that bank over there.
And we'll head that direction. But I'm still giving them their 75 dragons.
All right, writing that down.
Thank you, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
And so you see that this place is called Shellax Money Changing. And as you approach it, there is a gnome at a counter, and it's open to the street, but then it goes back a ways, and you can't see really what's behind him. There's a curtain, but he is there in the area that is exposed to the street, and he says, "Are you here to take out a loan?"
We have some currency that is not dragons and suns.
Oh, you need some money changing. You came to Schleck's Money Changing. That's what we do.
Then yes, that is what we need to do.
Great. How much are you looking? What do you got?
And he will turn back to Quirk and Italy. You know, it's occurring to me that the others probably need the service done as well. We'll have to remember this. Zek has 50 platinum and 109 gold that need to be transferred.
So 609 gold. Okay. He says, what our exchange rate's 10%. Everybody good with that?
No. Zek is going to change out 100 gold instead, not his platinum.
Okay. Right. So then you...
Yeah. And so I'll take... It'll end up being like 99 gold or 99 dragons.
Before you do that, I'm going to try to persuade, see if I can
No.
get it down from 10%.
That'd be 90.
109 to 90?
Oh,
that's
no.
20, that's 20%.
Sorry. 100 would be 10. So 109 would be basically...
10.9. It'll be 11.
Yeah,
which is
11.
why I said 99. Yeah.
Got it. Yep, you're right. I thought you had just said 100. That's why I was confused. Sorry.
It'd be 99 and 1 silver.
Yep, and that's what he gives you. Well, he'll give you it's called a nib, I believe. Stand by.
A nib?
No, I'm sorry. It's a shard.
Dragons and shards.
And nibs are coppers. So nibs, shards, dragons, and suns. Which is all in the Enchiridion, which you guys will have later tonight.
Okay.
And Italy, Quark, gonna swap any out?
You know, I rarely spend money, so I'm just going to keep what I got.
I have enough that I can trade you guys out if I need to. If you need dragons, and I can trade you out for the gold, you're fine.
Wow, money bags over here. Sure, okay.
No, I'm just... That was part of the reason I traded so much of my gold, so that you guys wouldn't have to pay that.
Gotcha. Wow, we got our own bank.
All right. So, with that being said,
maybe we should. The only other thing I can think of is the dragon skull that Autumn had. If we can find a place that might be able to trade that in while they're doing their thing.
That is true.
What do you think, Court? Maybe the Mages Academy, or what other places use bones?
Museums?
Oh, you're on mute. For a second, I thought you were mumbling, but you're on mute.
Quark can say, well, perhaps an apothecary, or perhaps one of the taverns may even be interested in it as a decoration.
That is true.
I'm sorry, sir. And I'm turning back to the.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, do you know of any really good apothecaries that might deal in maybe bone dust or specialty bones?
I can't say I know about the quality of them, but I know that Tim and Nara's Terrific Tinctures just around the corner there. And he points to the northeast.
Let's go see if maybe they'll be able to help us with our situation, and then we can find the rest of the group.
We're all going to the same place anyway.
Yep.
That's the idea.
Yep.
Excellent job, Mark.
And so, as you guys manage to reach there, up walks the Yawning Portal, because I grabbed it. Nope. Okay, you guys. Come with
Up
me.
walks the Yawning Portal. I knew there was something wrong about that.
Yeah. Yep.
It has chicken feet like Baba Yaga's cabin.
Okay. Everybody arrives right about the same time at Tim and R's Terrific Tinctures. So, this is a cramped shop that's open to the street, and racks of strange spices and desiccated animal parts line the walls, and a glass alembic bubbles away in the back, strange purple steam rising out of the air into the street. A hunchback tiefling woman grinds ingredients in an obsidian mortar, and without looking up from her work, she speaks to you in a reading voice. Feeling sick, my friend? Come within. Let Timonara see you. Let Timonara treat you.
I don't feel well. I think there's something wrong with my legs.
She takes one look at you and says, Psh. Do you take me for a fool, boy?
Zek will pass out weighted bags that have 7 suns and 7 suns and 5 dragons to each of you. Because it will be a lot lighter and easier to carry. We found a money lender, a money changer that will change your gold into dragons and your platinum into suns. However, it costs 10% of the changing fee. I have now a good number of dragons, so if you need to purchase something in Waterdeep, let me know and we can work it out.
She looks at Uzek. She looks for a moment at Quark. And then she gets to Autumn. And she says, well, what do we have here? I've seen many things in this city, but I can't tell you. The last time I remember a dryad walking through these streets. Is that a dragon skull in your branches?
It is.
Her eyes narrow. And she says, what kind of dragon?
White.
And Where did you get this white dragon skull? You know what? I don't care. Is it for sale?
It is.
She walks back behind her counter for a moment. She says, stand by one.
Hey, Caleb. I wanted to ask you from before about the tree. I know that you seem to have some kind of terrible previous experience with vampires, and I've only learned of them in my studies. I wondered if you might be able to lend me some insight, so as if I should ever encounter them, what I may do to defend myself, or be prepared at least.
Excellent idea.
Well, I don't know if they're the same here or not. Where I'm from, they're a plague. The best and most sure way to get rid of them is to stake them, behead them, burn the head and body separately, and scatter the ashes.
Is there any ward or any?
Light can be used to protect yourself if it's of the right caliber, and of the right intensity, can even damage them. But unless it's the sun, it's not going to kill them. They're, like I said, the plague of monsters. And it's there are parts of my home that are overrun by them. And I will not see that happen in another place. We encounter vampires or vampiric entities. I'm going to do my best to get rid of them so that they don't grab a hold in a tree that has been spreading seeds for God only knows how long. That enthrall people and potentially some kind of vampiric tree that's just an abomination and that needs to be destroyed. I'm sorry. I understand where you're coming from and wanting to learn about it, and I respect that urge to learn very much. But where vampires are concerned, I'm going to act. And I'm not really going to apologize for it, for what I have seen. So
Ultimately, I respected your decision. I want to be prepared in case the street has successfully spread its influence beyond the Citadel, and we must be prepared for it. So I appreciate you sharing.
Yeah. What I know of them and the parts that are overrun, I learned from another adventurer. Stopped to help me and told stories, but that vampire hunter was grizzled, and I take his word on how big a plague they can be, because they just keep multiplying. They make more and eat and make more, and no, there is too much beautiful people and places on this world to let it get overrun by those kind of monsters. I'm not going to do that.
Does silver work on them as well?
It does in my home. I don't know if it works on them here. I don't know if they're different here.
Well, I'll take the positive theory rather than a wild guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go to the shop as well after this.
She looks up at you, Autumn, and she says, I'll give you 500 dragons for that. And she points to your skull.
I look at Zach and I
Can I
ask,
step in?
yes.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna
nobody else wanted to take all the dragon parts, huh?
I'm gonna try to persuade and say, how about 700 instead for the 2 people we lost getting this skull?
Roll me persuasion.
Lol.
We lost Meepo. He was a great friend of ours. He guided us through that dungeon. And he was Meethala's bestest friend. He is broken after that.
Torn up, honestly.
She at first she narrows her eyes, but as you continue to talk, you can see that she's believing what you're saying. But her eyes narrow again, and she says, 650. Final offer.
Deal.
Okay. She gives you wrong one. I need to do math. Hold on. So that's
Doesn't look like we'll need a money changer any longer.
6.5. Oh, that doesn't work. Boo. Can't do formulas in here. Calc.
Are you by 5?
It's 13, by the way.
13? Yeah, so she hands you 13 harbor moons.
I figured you were going to go that direction. Boo. Boo.
What on earth is a harbor moon?
It's an electrum.
And she hands them to you, Autumn, and they're half moons with these elaborate etchings on them. If you look over on the right monitor, you can see it here. This one. And it's got a little hole right in the center of it. A little diamond-shaped hole right in the center of it. She gives you 13 of those.
I hand them over to Zach and ask him to keep them and then hand them out to everyone.
Don't you mean 150?
150?
What?
Yeah, electrums
You were
are
paying
5
us 60.
silver.
You
Not
did
Oh,
65
is it not? Is it,
divided
is
by
it a
5. You said
different-
650.
Is it a different measurement or is it electrum?
Sorry, it was 650.
Which would be 150, not 15.
It'd be 65. It would be 65 platinum or suns. And then you divide that by 5 to get the harbor
okay.
moons.
So, yeah, sorry,
So
I went the
harbor
wrong
moons
way.
are 5.
Harbor moons are 5 platinum.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I said electrum. You
No, they are electrum. They're platinum with electrum inside of them.
Okay.
Instead of okay.
But they're like
So a harbor movement is 5 platinum.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay. So even higher.
correct.
I thought it was lower.
No, it's even higher. That's why I was dividing by 5.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Well,
So 13.
let's go have a drink to Meepo tonight.
She says, now, does anyone else have any parts from that dragon? For sale?
You
What do
offered
you-
$650 for the skull. How about for claws, scales, blood, teeth, eyes, skin? And I just pull out 100 pounds of dragon parts.
Your poor knees.
Oh yeah.
No wonder he needed a bath.
She shakes her head.
Killed my friend Meepo. I was very upset with the dragon.
She shakes her head and she says, I want to purchase all of this, but I don't have enough for just purchasing. Would you care to trade some? I have potions of healing. I have potions of cure disease from cackle fever. I have potions of cure disease from sewer plague. I have potions of water breathing, potions of resist disease. She looks at you a moment. You look kind of peaked. Perhaps I might suggest one of these sewer plague cure disease potions.
Well, with his luck with rats, he'll probably need all the potions.
Hold on, I am still a noble, and I will talk down to her for talking about my health.
I meant no
I'm a
disrespect.
woman.
I just want you to be healthy.
I'm plenty healthy. Thank you very much. How many potions of healing can we get?
Roll me a d10.
I don't know. You kind of like hit that boy with a ray of frost who was trying to help you last time. I think you're far from healthy.
She's got five
You're
potions.
getting side eye, bro. There's mad side eye coming out from under the brim of my hat.
Remember Meepo?
So, let me give me 1 second. It's,
Now, I'm a fairly smart noble. Judging for $650 for the skull, how much do I think the rest of the dragon parts that I'm carrying are worth?
the heart's going to be worth the most. You would imagine it's probably around the same as the skull. Which she offered 500 or initially. You're guessing you're guessing that somewhere around 700 total gold
is what everything's worth.
Yeah, that would be your guesstimate.
And how
Point of
much are you
information.
charging for the potions themselves, not in trade, but how much is a potion of healing?
Potion healing is 50 gold apiece.
50?
Yeah.
No, she's not getting the heart for 5 of them.
Well, no, she just wants to do partial trade. The potion of water breathing is 250. The potion of resist disease is 150. The potion of cure disease is 100. Potion of cure disease. Both the potions of cure disease are 100 gold piece.
Okay, so we got 5, we got 25, we got 250, 100 gold apiece, you said?
For the potions of cure disease.
Cure disease.
Yeah, sewer plague is 1, and then she also has cackle fever.
Oh, so they won't cure any disease, they'll cure those specific diseases.
Correct.
Oh, I need a general cure disease, because who knows what the heck we're going to fight here. I didn't. Do I know what disease I had from the rat?
You don't, but I mean, it's a city and there are sewers. You're probably gonna.
All right, we'll take the sewer disease one and the cackle fever. What the heck?
Okay.
So
And
we're at
two.
550?
Yeah. It says 20. No, 250, 350, 450.
450.
Yeah. And then she
Magic
can.
items?
She doesn't. I do not. I just am a simple apothecary. But I can pay the rest in cash.
All right. We'll take the 5 potions of healing and the 2 of cure disease.
So she gives you what? Math.
50 dragons.
No, my
Times
math
500.
is not working.
7.
Thank you. She gives you 7 harbor moons.
One point of information: are artificers? I don't know the canon that we're playing in this 5e. Are artificers commonplace?
That would be a negative.
Okay.
That's in a different place, different plane. Although you can find people who enchant items, that is a thing. It's just they're not artificers per se.
So she gives us 5 harbor moons?
Correct.
7.
7 harbor moons.
Well, just pass them out one apiece. Next time, though, you guys are carrying dragon parts too.
And so you have 5 potions of healing, 1 potion of cure disease, cackle fever, 1 potion of cure disease, sewer plague, 1 potion of water breathing, and 1 potion of resist disease.
Daniel,
Yes.
you heard me when I told you to take the harvest moons that I got,
I did.
right? Okay.
I did the math. I haven't handed them back out yet.
Oh, no, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure you heard me.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, Sean, Mythos is going to be the potion master.
We have a bank and a pharmacy.
Okay, water breathing, sewer plague, cackle fever, healing, and resist disease. Resist disease.
Resist disease, that is correct.
So I'm assuming that's all the dragon parts, or is that the heart and a couple things?
No, that's all the dragon parts.
I'll call for a trade.
You know, I had to legit go to Dragon Magazine and First and Second Ed to find freaking costs for dragon parts.
I knew they were worth something. Cool.
So.
I need to go to the shop.
Oh. All right.
After all the vampire talk, I want to see if they've got silver daggers.
Okay, before we break up, everyone gets 8 more suns. And I added 1 sun to the party group.
So we get 8 more suns, and we've got harbor moons as well?
We got 8. I divided up the suns, and we each got 1 harbor moon from you. Correct?
How many of these fancy moons do we have?
Didn't we?
Mythalos got 7, and he handed 1 out to everyone.
Yep.
And
counted for 1.
Autumn got 13, and using my chest, I divided them into suns, and then divided the suns up amongst everybody.
Got it.
Are suns
Okay, so
equal to
8 more
dragons,
suns.
or?
No.
So 8, and that's the problem with having all of these. different currencies.
Yep.
So a harbor moon is 5 platinum. A platinum is, 5 suns, which is a platinum. A sun is 10 dragons, which is a gold piece.
Gotcha. I feel like I'm in algebra again all over again.
Yeah, can we
Yeah.
please go back to gold pieces and silver pieces?
So I would love
10
to.
dragons fly through the air.
I would
45
love
miles.
to, but everything in my stuff is dragons, which is why.
Which would be impossible for us to just assume we have dragons.
Right.
What?
All right.
We have to play Monopoly and change everything over.
Yep. So
I'm gonna once we're done passing all this money, I'm gonna give Meathalus 2 dragons and say that it's for Meepo's death. To remember him by.
Thank you.
So yeah, what now?
All right. Well,
Did
after Caleb's recital of his homeland and how deadly vampires can be, I would like just a little bit of protection if possible. And since silver hurts them there, I'm going to assume it hurts them here. And I've heard the same for lycanthropes. So I'd prefer to be prepared if possible. So I need to go to the shop and see if they've got silver daggers.
and they do not.
Of course.
Did they have any, for the sake of brevity, did they have any other magical gear, like a +1 robe, for example, or some other low
Magical items of defense.
low bar magic items?
Bracelets or some form of armor that provided armor for your whole body, stuff like that.
1 second.
As we were walking over to the shop, I would have pulled Leonardo back a little bit and said, so the place we're going to, I asked if they had any like higher level parchment, like well-made parchment. They have kits that sounded like stationary kits, to be honest, and I didn't think that's what you were looking for. But also this, and I hand over a tome that we have found presently, and I'll write you the name of that tome in a message so that you have it.
Very good. We'll take the tome and hold on
And
to it.
as I'm handing it to him, I will put the piece of leather I had covering it back over it and kind of push it into his hands. And now I just have to find what it's named.
Zek, would you mind turning these harbor moons into dragons for me?
Oh, sure.
I don't want to try to carry 15 different types of freaking currency. So I don't have any harbor moons. I've just got dragons.
Yeah, Zek has no problem doing that, so just convert it over.
Yep,
So it's every harbor moon is 50 dragons?
It's 50.
No, every harbor moon is 5 dragons.
No.
Oh, no, sorry, that's right. It's 50. 50 dragons. It's 5 suns. Excuse me, sorry, guys.
No, that's the problem we're all having. It's all
Yes.
these weird.
So the suns are platinum pieces then?
Correct.
Okay. So it is 50 dragons for each harbor moon.
Correct.
Okay.
It does not appear that they have any magic armor of that type for you. Just potions and
Rings? Bracers?
let me see about the rings. Hold on. They have a ring of warmth.
Well, that's always good.
And they have a Wand of Secrets.
Wait, are we back at the adventure store?
Yes.
Oh. Any light armor? That's better than what I have now?
What was the deal? Spend 1,000, save 100?
Yeah, that's correct.
So a $1,000 item would be a $900, and a 1,000 gold piece item would be a 900 gold piece item?
Correct. And if you spend 2,000, you get 300 off.
Does that mean I actually have to have 1,000 gold in the beginning?
1,000 dragons? Yeah.
For them to take the 100 off?
Oh, probably not. If you have 900, that's same as.
Okay.
How much is the Ring of Warmth?
The Ring of Warmth is 1,000.
Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Too much. I think all these items are too much for us right now. But these prices being what they are, my guess is we're going to have some way to make it. I think we have to rob Flim Flam Flim.
I'm glad this is Dan and not Zek speaking, because I just
No,
lost
that was
all of
Zek.
my faith. You have to rob Flim Flam Flume?
He's a rich noble who's not a noble. I think we all kidnapped him 2 days ago.
Instead of diving down a hole. I love you,
Yeah.
Daniel.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the rest of it's just the potions that they have. Potions. They have potion of cold resistance, potions of flying, potions of water breathing, potions of heroism, potions of healing, bags of holding, ropes of climbing.
Wait, I could be a flying tree?
You could be a flying tree
As long as the
Very
potion
interesting.
as long as the potion lasts. That's correct.
You say rope of climbing? Does that mean I'll never have to make a strength check on a rope again?
I don't
may all wanna
think
chip
that
in
works
on a
that way.
rope of climbing.
Let me look. Hold on. Rope of climbing. Not that page. This page. So a rope of climbing is a 60-foot length of silk rope that can hold up to 3,000 pounds. If you hold one end of the rope and use an action to speak the command word, the rope animates. As a bonus action, you can command the other end to move towards a destination you choose. That end moves 10 feet on your turn when you first command it, and 10 feet on each of your turns until reaching its destination up to the maximum length away, or you tell it to stop. You can also tell it to fasten itself securely to an object or unfasten itself, to knot or unknot itself, or to coil itself for carrying. If you tell the rope to knot, large knots appear at 1 foot intervals along the rope. While knotted, the rope shortens to a 50-foot length and grants advantage on checks made to climb it. So you still have to check.
How much is this rope?
2,000.
And how much does it carry in weight?
3,000 pounds.
Can I try to make the low ball of the century on this rope?
You can always try.
You're not also going to trade on your sadness of a meepo, are you?
Hey, we were really hurt by that.
Oh
That-
boy.
You guys have sold that poor kobold soul 18 times already.
You hear from
No,
me?
I wouldn't have dealt with the same. I wouldn't know who Atali dealt with before.
Oh, you sure wouldn't. And the person you're dealing with is like a middle-aged woman with her hair pulled back into a really tight bun.
I'm gonna go up to her and I'm gonna say, you know that rope that you have there?
The rope of climbing?
That one. That looks like a rope that could do well for me, as I've recently fallen in with a group who's tragically lost one of our own to climbing accident that also involved a small dragon, and I could use that rope. But how much are you looking for that rope?
Well, it's 2,000, so if you buy it, you can get our special discount right now is 300 off, so you can get it for 1,700.
Can I help?
Have you met my friend Itali? He was there when.
Oh, and you should see her face just kind of becomes crestfallen. I'm so sorry to hear about your friend. This nice young man was telling me all about it, and she puts her hand on top of your hand. Itali again.
Okay. This man just bared his soul, and he's just trying to make sure he doesn't have the same accident again.
So
I think I know he's trying to get this price lowered, and I hope that's not a reflection on us here, but just try to understand this man. He's gone through some heavy stuff. I understand what he's doing, and I hope you take no offense in what he's trying to get this rope for.
So you have a choice, the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
Either you can each roll separately, or Leo can roll with advantage.
Oh yeah, we each roll separately.
Okay.
All right.
Go for it. Roll with persuasion.
Natural 5.
Too bad you don't have any spells like friendship or charm.
I've been trying to make sure we don't die.
I'm gonna cast Liar's
That's
Gift
what I-
on myself.
Liars.
Okay.
Liar's Gift?
Yep.
Let's see.
Hit the bubble for me so it puts it in the chat, please. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
So
can I use deception? Because I am making stuff. We are making stuff up.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So I'm gonna roll with advantage for deception.
She's got to make a charisma save too.
Oh snap!
Oh no! Itali's going to jail.
Oh no!
No, the charisma save.
That
means
was
that
not
she doesn't-
that was not the charisma save. That was her insight check. So I
right.
still gotta make the. Hold on.
29. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I hope so. Yeah, and her charisma, she fails her charisma save.
She critically fails.
She critically failed,
Critically failed.
and she critically succeeded on the insight check, and he still rolled higher.
Does she go to jail?
No, she does not go to jail.
She does not pass go.
Oh man, she turns herself into jail for Itali's
She, you see a single tear fall down her cheek. She turns to you, Leo, and says, "What were you thinking? And what was your friend's name?"
His friend was Bastille.
Bastille.
Bastille. It's so tragic. And she,
Meepo, that, we don't even want to get into that. Let's not get into that. That's too heavy. I don't want to make Meethless cry again. He's a noble man. Nobody should see him cry in public.
Thank God I am looking for silver daggers somewhere else.
You have to. It's too
Because
tragic.
you might get stuck with one.
what were you thinking, dear? And she takes, Leo, she takes your hands into hers.
Well, all I think that I can afford is, and I actually don't know what I can afford here. I've got 15 sons, which is 100.
Remember your algebra.
I've only got 350. No, I've got 400 in the currency. So I need to ask of the party if anybody would like to go in on this, and I will reimburse them with some gold, if at all possible. Would you consider?
I'll throw in 71 dragons and my 8 sons that I have.
That's 601.
161.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so
what-
611 total. That's what we've come to.
I'll throw in 100 dragons.
What does this rope
711.
do?
Just because it's fun.
Excuse me.
What does the rope do?
You can command the ends
Gives you
to move at 10 feet per second. You can command it to affix to another location. And then you can also command it to knot, which makes it so that you get advantage on climbs on it. And it turns into a 50-foot rope when you tell it to knot. But functionally, the actually useful thing about this is that you can also bridge 60-foot gaps at will without having to pretend you're a cowboy and try to roleplay your way through a lasso to go up with a rope.
That'll be helpful if Quark's ever downed or something.
So you're at 700 and what now?
How much
711.
party gold do we have?
So we have about 210 party gold, but there are other items I was going to discuss getting that aren't a magical BDSM gear.
BDS.
You spoke earlier of carrying 100 pounds of dragon meat, and I had to lug around multiple sacks of goods. I was thinking about trying to get a portable hole. If you think that the rope,
You mean the bag of holding?
the bag of holding, if you think that this rope would be more
I
advantageous,
think the bag of holding is actually going to be more useful.
The bag of holding is 1,000,
Yeah.
and with the discount, it would be 900.
I can almost get it myself with the party loot.
You
But
know,
if you guys think that you, first
how
of all,
much is the
you
rope?
you have to succeed at talking her down to this much. So I'll tell you what, put the 200 party gold in there, and if you can succeed, more power to you. Because you're bringing her down like 1,100 from her price.
Yeah, no, let's make the proposal because you said that the rope's supposed to be 2,000, right?
It's supposed to be 2,000 minus 300, 1,700.
1,700.
And so now you're at 911, 916, is that what you said?
About 916.
Okay, since I don't know if this is metagaming, but Atali smashed it.
Yeah.
Can we try to
Get both?
get both for $2,000? I would say that's probably where we would try to hit an offer in at.
Are we
I don't
doing
know
a
if the rest of
bundle
the
here?
party's comfortable with me throwing in, because I will throw my money at this, save for I just need 150 personal gold.
Oh.
Everything else I'll put in this.
I can help if he needs gold. I have 10
Well, if this will be
I
party
have 10
items.
dragons. What can that do?
It's $10, $10, basically.
All right, so I have 1 harbor moon. What is that?
So that's 10 more.
1 harbor moon is 5 platinum.
Oh, I'm sorry.
50.
Sorry.
I have
So it's 50.
So I have 50 platinum. What is that?
500.
That's
gold.
500.
All right, I can give that.
Okay. So
That helps.
she's willing to contribute 500. That means you're short
Means that we're
600 if you're trying to do
Right.
this bundle.
And I can cover the rest of the 600.
Okay.
But we're
And
There we go.
but we're getting 2 things, right?
yeah, she
Yeah,
said
we're hoping to get 2 things: the rope
Okay.
and the bag of holding for
She-
a flat 2,000.
she moves away from you.
This poor woman.
She goes-
tomorrow.
She goes up to the person at the front
Guys,
of
it
the
cost
store,
This woman her job.
and she has a bit of a not heated exchange, but there's a conversation that is definitely a back and forth with the cashier.
Wait, Atali, how tall are you?
Me, I am, I believe, 5'6".
I'm going to walk over being 6'1", and I'm going to put my head on Atali's shoulder and pretend to be crying in the memory of Vesteel and Meepo.
Oh God, please make me a deception check.
This is very heavy.
Please make me a deception check with advantage.
Just him or both
4,
of us?
No, just him.
followed by a natural 10. 10.
Okay.
It's above par. It's at par.
So
You know, I'm just. Can I just? While he's crying, can I give him bardic inspiration before he does that?
give it to him now. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll give him one.
But
bardic
what are you saying
inspiration.
to? What are you telling him, or singing to him, or whatever? What's your inspiration to him?
My inspiration to him is just to remember how Meepo died and how he died for us to get these items. Like, it was a tragic death. Meepo died by his best friend, and we sat there and watched it. That's my bardic inspiration.
So
I
what is it?
remember you telling me all about it since I wasn't there. Now I'm going to roll my d4, right?
Yep.
Add a 3.
Okay. She comes back, and you can see that she had the original price, and then it was scratched out, and then it was another price, and then that got scratched out, and then there was another price, and that got scratched out, and then finally it was 2,000 at the bottom. So portable hole and the rope of climbing for 2,000.
Bag of holding.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant. Bag of holding and the rope of climbing for 2,000.
Oh, thank you so much. We will be able to forever remember our friends and prevent such tragedy from ever befalling our party again.
Just remember.
What's this lady's name? I want to remember.
It's Priscilla.
Priscilla. Okay.
Just
Priscilla,
remember.
When we come back from our next adventure, I will bring a gift. You have helped us a ton to make sure we don't lose another party member. I can't imagine this world without Quark if he died, or Zek. You know, you are preventing us from losing more, and that means a lot to us.
I'm going to reach onto the inside of my cloak, and I'm going to pull out one vial, and it's going to be. I don't know if this can be allowed. Can the luminescent vial actually, like the shroom juice vial? I don't know if you remember giving me this.
Yeah,
can
yeah,
that stay bright because that's like an extract.
Oh, it's still bright. The mushrooms are still glowing. They're just not as strongly.
Yeah, I'm going to give her my vial extract, and I'm going to say, look, this was taken on our adventure. Remember that eventually this light will fade, and as it does, know that you've prevented other lights from fading in our party.
Oh.
Hand her the vial.
That's so beautiful.
Deep stuff.
I am so glad I'm wearing boots because it's getting deep in here.
She says, just remember, adventurers, welcome.
Thank you. All right, and let's leave this place before.
Yeah, let's
anything
get out
else
of here
happens.
before we ruin this.
I'm so glad I took lawful neutral for Quark. Otherwise, I would be having a fit right now.
I'm so glad I went with Liar's Gift. Like, man, that's paying off.
Who is holding on to each of these items?
Well, shouldn't they go to the rope? Go to Leo and Zach get the bag of holding since he's holding everything, or we can just put everything in the bag of holding at this point. I don't know how bag of holdings work.
All right, so
I have no
It
problem
weighs
carrying.
25 pounds and it holds 500.
Yeah, I have no problem carrying the bag of holding and the weights that would come with it.
Okay. So I will.
If everyone else is good with that.
Yeah, that's good.
Zach. Open your character sheet. It's not going to open. If you go to the eye and search for bag of holding, you should be able to drag it to your inventory.
Cool.
And the same goes for you, Lou. If you go to the eye at the top and open your character sheet and do rope of climbing, you should be able to drag it over.
The eye.
Which is the compendium.
I don't see it.
Oh, I in the thing.
And with our adventures in shopping completed for the evening, that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
And we
Remember-
agree to go
remember
back
me,
to
Bo.
the Yawning Portal and start our long rest so we don't have to muck around with that next time?
No.
Okay.
Why would you have us do that? She's like making us have to change out money. Of course we're gonna have to do this step by step. Come on.
You know, I'm just trying to do something.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. As always, if you'd like to support us, you can do so by heading over to our Twitch page and clicking the follow button, or if you're able to, hit that subscribe button to become one of our rock stars. Also, you can head to our, if you're watching on YouTube, you can hit the like, subscribe, and of course the bell icon to be notified whenever we upload new content, which is almost every single day of the week, Monday through Friday. Last but not least, no matter where you're watching us, you can head to patreon.com/gamersledge, where you can get your name on every single show that we do for as little as $1 a month, just like the fine folks scrolling across my screen over here, our Patreon and Twitch producers. Don't forget, we're also doing a giveaway right now for a free Curse of Strahd adventure coffin that you can enter that at bit.ly/freestrahd. That's FREESTRAHD. So bit.ly/freestrahd. Thanks for watching.
That'll be until when?
That will be going until, I believe it's got, I'm telling you, 1 second. Hold on. It has, I have to do mental math though. 1 second. So it's got 5 more days on it. So make sure you get your entries in soon. It's completely free to enter. So 5 more days from when this goes live. Thanks for watching. Until next time, on behalf of everyone, game on.
Game on.
Game on. Game on.
Game on.
I need you closer than ever, ever than before. My life is wasted if I can't spend it all with you. I've lived in total darkness, now you're my only light. When you're away, I feel like a shadow in the night. Hold me, and look into my eyes. You'll be staying always by my side. I'll never let you go. No, I'll never let you go. You stay with me.
You're watching HMN.